Hello and welcome to Saturday Night Gaming, the last resort, 21.
21. I can drink.
Exactly. So, as always, please check the description or the pinned comment to see if there's any content warnings you should be aware of before watching this. And with that, I guess we'll go into the recap. Alex, were you doing the recap?
Yes, I am.
Ooh.
Okay, so you can chime in at the end if there was anything I missed. Last session began with Lorwyn, a very emotionally vulnerable and sad Lorwyn, going out with Vim for drinks, where Vim shared some wisdom with her. It was almost like an impromptu therapy session. And among a lot of other things, he tells her that when other people cause you harm, you let them know. You give them hell to pay. Meanwhile, at the tavern, Maiyr sent a message to Lorwyn, did not get a response, and then instead chose to message Aquila, who told her that Lorwyn is okay, seems sad, but that Aquila is there for her. Slintus, meanwhile, got a message from that brother Clade being like, I'm fine, don't tell them anything, which is, ominous. And so Maiyr messages Lorwyn again and is like, hey, you gotta come back, something's come up. And Lorwyn returns to the tavern with Vim in tow, much to the surprise of the rest of the party, and it's a bit of like an awkward moment where it's just back and forth of looking at Vim looking at us. And then eventually Darcy takes it upon herself to apologize to Lorwyn for the events of the previous session. Eventually Vim leaves and the party discusses what to do about Clade, Slintus's brother. Maiyr sends a message to him, and eventually they find out that he's on a boat somewhere. And then at some point also, there's a knock on the door, and one of Ethan's people shows up at the tavern and escorts us to Ethan, which was where we left off.
I think that's a good recap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we nailed it.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Alex. So, where we pick up, you guys were being escorted towards the familiar office of Ethan Aruil. Though it's gotten fairly dark outside. You still see the way, you still know the way. The guard leads you there, knocks on the door, it swings open, and there you see Ethan sitting on a blue chase lounge, and next to her is Mean. Ethan stands. Please come in. I believe you have some information for me.
I can't believe they have a chaise lounge. Sorry. That was me out of character.
It's okay.
Did Lorwyn say that, or was that?
No, I said out of character.
Oh, okay, I see.
No one doesn't know what a chaise lounge is.
I don't know, maybe Lorwyn speaks French, who knows? Okay. Yes,
I presume your mission went without a hitch this time?
Depends
And
on
you followed instructions?
Yes.
Good. So what have you learned?
Well, Vim... Is that a mosquito? Fucking... Vim...
Got him.
I don't believe in anything, but whatever is out there, please fuck off. And stop setting off car alarms.
That is. Can't wait to cut this out of the YouTube video.
Everyone resume the poster room before the car alarm started.
Cool. So, followed Vim. No problem there. Vim met with the investigator. You met her.
That I did. Under
I-
very unfortunate circumstances, yes.
Yeah. Well, the reason she came here in the first place was because Vim put a spell on her. Like he does. He seemed to have someone he works with, almost his superior, someone named Leslana. I do not
You
remember
see-
her description.
You, with your passive insight, can see Ethon is trying to hide it, but she immediately recognizes that name.
Cool.
Leslana, did you get any information on this person?
Not much besides some indifference. Mostly indifference to what was happening. Told Vim to stay on track and to send her a report on our group.
So then by now she may be aware of all of you.
I'm not sure what she's gonna find, considering.
Vim did the same thing or something more to Cleo and the other person. If I
Well,
remember correctly.
Yes, we then
it
eventually
looked like
found.
he put some.
Hmm?
I mean, from where I was watching it, like there was sort of drugged drinks or whatever.
Yeah.
They had a meeting,
Something about
another
their
meeting. We
plans.
went there. They didn't really say much before he basically just gave them spiced drinks and then made them dance to his tune and had a bit of a laugh with them before leaving.
Clea
That is
seemed very much like she needed to talk to Vim about something, about their plan. Something was not right. But Vim just drugged them.
So that is something that this plan I will need to look into. You got no information about what this plan is, though.
Before they
Other
could
than
get
that-
into it.
Don't we?
Vimoeth doesn't seem particularly engaged in it.
We don't. Did we? Did we? Like, meet off camera, did we?
But yeah, the it has something to do, like, out of character. It has something to do with the person that's arriving, right? The
Oh,
important
right.
client.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They also have
yeah.
some.
I feel
Yeah.
like Laura would remember that.
Yeah, I'd remember that
Yeah, Laura would.
and mention it.
Yeah, Darcy's just like mouthing like new arrival person.
She's distraught. She's still on. Anyway. They did mention a important client
Important client.
arriving by ship.
I have not heard of any. I will need to do some investigation on my own, I suppose. And then you see her kind of soften for a moment. I will say, it seems that you have done a decent enough job on this. I cannot admonish you too much, too harshly. I appreciate you following instructions. It sounds like you were not caught. Is that correct?
Well, I would. What we want. Vimoeth is very observant. I would never assume that he doesn't see. He didn't engage with us, which may mean he didn't, but I wouldn't ever take it as a given that he.
I think it's safe to
notice
assume
things.
that at all times he knows most of what we're doing. We referring to both this group and possibly you.
Then perhaps we can use that to our advantage. If he's got his eyes on us.
I have a way of distracting him.
Your audio is very quiet.
Sorry. Me. Oh.
Yes, Zed,
Kendra?
stop making Kendra's audio
Sorry.
quiet.
Yeah,
Is
fuck
this
you.
Sorry.
What's your issue, man? Come on.
I'm
Is
sorry.
that better?
Yes.
I think so.
Okay, I moved my mic closer.
That does help.
I
No, it just did it again. You just
It's because I speak quietly as
Yeah.
I thought. I will try to speak up as I thought.
project, darling, project.
Sounds
Yeah.
angry.
It's
from
hard
the
to
chest.
do this
Okay.
accent in any kind of enunciation.
I managed to fucking Rune when he's shouting, so fuck you.
But
He
anyway,
and I was the first member of this group to engage with him, and he took a certain level of interest in me and my limited, though not unuseful, arcane prowess. He gave me something wherein I have confirmed that he pays attention to me when I'm using it. Potentially, if I were to go in there, make a noise, make a ruckus, pretend to be stupid, whatever, entertain him, his attention would at the very least be divided.
that could be very useful for a next stage in this. Let me. I will take a few days, gather some more information on my end, and I will have more work for you. Try to lay low for the next few days, okay? Is that understood?
No Arson got it.
Just so we're clear, what define lay low? Like stay inside of the tavern at all costs, or like
Do not make any scenes. Do not cause any ruckus. Do not bring yourself to the attention of any suspicious parties.
So
okay,
stay in the tavern at all costs. Gotcha.
yeah,
If that is what it takes. That is what it takes.
yeah. Ruckus kind of seems to follow us.
Well, I appreciate you all bringing this to me. And for that, you will be paid. I will have it sent to your tavern. And she turns to you, Laurelwyn.
Yeah, I was about to be like mid.
Upon your request, you have access to my good friend here. When you feel ready.
Now would be as good a time as any.
Very well. Once your party departs, you and me may have your conversation.
Once we are what? Party depart.
Once your party departs.
Oh, party departs. Did not connect in my
The-
brain. Yes.
A lot of the same kind of sounding words. Yep. But before your party leaves, Darcy, may I speak with you in the other room?
Right, yes. Sure.
Please, this way. And you see a guard come with her as well. She leads you to what looks to be a small office with a little writing desk. And she gestures over to a nice looking leather chair in the corner. Sit.
I sit, but like in the most like rigid way possible. I'm just like,
Darcy, I have been thinking about what you have told me about yourself and what you and your journey here. You are far from home, correct?
yes, I'm far from home.
I know the feeling of being far away from loved ones in a foreign land. And I know the loneliness, the isolation it brings.
Yeah. It's... I'm confused. What? I mean, the words you're saying make perfect sense. I'm just confused why they're being said.
Out of everybody in your party, you seem to be the most willing to listen and follow instructions.
Yeah,
So-
I try my best.
I believe you deserve a little extra compensation.
Oh,
You see her kind of reach into her robe, and she pulls out this small marble-like orb. It's clear, and it has a swirling bit of blue magic.
like a stone?
Yeah, it's like a clear stone.
Ooh.
And she hands it to you. With this, while it is not much, this will allow you to at least contact one of your loved ones back home. Use it wisely.
It's a one-time thing.
Unfortunately, yes.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
I appreciate your contribution to this mission. Keep at it. And she kind of gestures that you can.
Darcy just sort of wipes away tears and is just like holding the thing and just like puts it in her pocket and like, do I have a bag? Do I have a bag? I don't know. I put it away somewhere safely.
I think you'd have like a little satchel kind of thing.
Yeah, I like make sure to like put it in like a satchel, like wrap it in like a handkerchief or something and just like put it in there.
It's the same handkerchief you gave Maiyr to dry her tears.
I'm like, oh yeah, oh it's still a bit damp. Okay, well yeah. Yep, that's the one.
And Ethan follows you out of the room and back to where your party is. Well, for the rest of you, besides Lorwyn, I do not believe you have any more business here unless there is anything you need from me.
God, so aggro. It's so aggressive.
I think we've got other things we need to discuss.
Yeah, well, I have to talk to that one.
Laura, and do you want one of us to wait for you?
No.
Okay.
I will contact you when I am ready to continue to the next stage. Be well.
You too.
And the guards kind of open the door to let the rest of you out.
Yeah. I walk
Oh.
out.
I walk out. When I'm outside, I'm gonna summon Lady Maiyr Rat Bethran. She's still a rat.
Rat Bethran?
God.
Her name's Maiyr Bethran, so she's now Maiyr Rat Bethran. Rat
Just for her.
Bethran. Anyway, she's called Mimi because she's cute baby. She's not sending her to spy or anything. I'm gonna tell her psychically, just be you, don't be me. And I'm gonna leave her just sort of waiting in the shadows somewhere for Lorwyn to come out.
Inside or outside of the door?
Outside. Like, she's not spying, she's just waiting for Lorwyn. I'm just like, don't be me.
Got it. Okay.
I'm
so-
asking Mimi herself to do me a favor. Like, herself.
You see Mimi kind of in this rat form. You know that she's not the biggest fan of this form, but she tolerates it. And so she kind of just does like a little rat roll of her head and then just kind of scurries off to the side.
She's doing her goddamn best.
I'll change your bag when I have money. I'm sorry, I'm so broke.
But yes, Mimi is situated outside of the door. And inside, Lorwyn, you are alone with Mean, Ethan, and several guards.
Woohoo!
Would you like a more private place to speak with Mean?
Yeah.
All right. Mean, would you like to take her to where you spend most of your time here? Mean kind of stands. Come with me to the back garden. I believe that will be a more comfortable space for this.
Okay.
Mean kind of leads you out the back door into this very nice, beautifully manicured small garden space with a couple of benches, some beautiful flowering bushes, like a nice arch with a bunch of flowers and vines growing over it. So, would you like to tell me a little bit about what has been going on with you? Give me a little bit of background.
Oh no, I deleted the name. I deleted his name. I was like about to tell. Oh no. Well, that's not a good thing at
You know
all.
what? Laura one forgot.
Oh, come on. I must have, put a lot of speeches in here. Is Groovy quiet?
Oh, I forgot to put it on repeat, I think.
Very well. Well, she's just roaming around. Wait, I have guidance twice. I already had guidance. Stupid.
Don't worry about that right now.
Yeah, I'm not. I'm just like, I looked at my cantrip list and it's just guidance twice. And she's like slowly finding things to druid craft and to get some more beautiful flowers.
Yes, kind of reach out and you touch these beautiful, like, blue flowers. And as you touch them, you watch as the petals kind of expand and the color grows more vibrant.
She's kind of doing this as a way to distract herself. It all started with a stone that I should not have had, but I kept it. Mostly for luck. It was really beautiful. One day, it just got into my skin. And left this.
Got into your skin?
And left me that. Just showing the thing, obviously.
Yeah, I'm assuming you remove the glove and show the thing.
Yes.
I see.
After that, it turned me into... It just took over me. And destroyed everything in its path. And it's happened again when I get extremely distraught. Something I've had to control. Can't let myself be angry or sad. Because if I do, it'll take control again. And I don't know what it wants. And since I came here to this world, it's been much more aggressive. In my dreams, it usually just promised power, but I never cared about that. Now it doesn't seem to want to even try to get me to join it. It's just taking over. It's branding me with its hands.
What do you mean, came to this world?
Well,
The dumping ground?
what's the dumping ground?
How, when you say you came to this world, how did you get here?
A ritual.
A ritual. And where did you end up?
Here.
Like here in this city?
Yes. How isn't nothing of this world is recognizable to me?
What was this ritual intended to do?
Honestly, I never really understood it. All I knew is that we knew someone that could not turn back time, but change things. And we wanted to bring a friend back.
So your friend attempted to switch the timeline?
I don't really know what that means, but I think
Time magic is extremely sensitive.
yes, well, we tried to find that person who sent us here, and no powers here, so.
So you have no way of returning.
No.
I'm sorry for you.
I'd
Let me
like
see.
for this to get out of my hand.
Min kind of holds out his hand for you to put yours in. Let me take a closer look, please. You see Min take your hand with the symbol in it and just kind of brush their thumb over, and you watch their eyes glow this bright white, and you see a halo form around their head. And you watch as he quickly pushes your hand away and has to step back. That is
It's not good, right?
very worrying. I have never seen a situation quite like yours, I will admit. From what I can glean, it would not let me get very far through my normal means of checking on possession and curse. Usually I can find the bead, the source, where it is. Yours would not let me get anywhere close. And from what I can tell, it is...
Oh.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay. From what I can tell, it has linked itself to you quite deeply. To a worrying degree. If not dealt with properly, it
What do I do?
Give me a moment, okay? Like I said, I have seen a few similar, a lot less along than this. A lot less aggressive than what you state yours is like. See, Mean kind of hit my mic, sorry. Mean kind of look at your hand again. Open. It's what your hand says.
Oh. Is there someone else that has sesame on their hands? That was a
I don't
joke.
believe it's
That was a joke. That was a joke. I saw that. Did your light just flash?
Sure did.
Bruh.
Oh no.
Cool.
It's
I
haunted.
mean,
I'm haunted. Okay.
oh, it's a thunderstorm.
Oh no. Well,
Oh, fuck.
if Alex disappears, we know why.
Yes.
It says open.
This is open.
Well,
And it will continue to try to force its way out if we do not find a way to begin fighting back. Like I said, I have done research on this. I have experience in this. But unfortunately, the most I can do for you without further research is I can slow it for a bit until I'm able to fully grasp what it's doing to you.
are you gonna tell
Why?
Ethan any of this?
No. will not.
Inside check.
Go ahead.
That's a whole ass. What is that? Is that a 9 or a 6? I can't tell.
69.
It's a 6 and a 9.
Yeah.
I was busy not saying it, Kendra.
If it has a dot, when it has a dot, wait,
The dot is the bottom.
the bottom? Oh shit! Damn it! Why did you say that? It's a
Those
6.
at the top. It's a top dot.
It's a 6.
Oh no, it's a 6, but what do you have for insight?
9.
Yeah.
Nice.
That's a 15 though. That's not very.
Yeah. Still.
It's not very good.
With a 15, what you can glean is that Mean seems sincere in everything that he says.
You were saying.
I will not tell Ethan.
Yeah.
I am sorry that we did not meet sooner. Maybe I would have been able to do more.
We couldn't have.
It is unfortunate, but I do owe Lady Ethan quite a bit.
She saved your life?
More than just mine. But anyway, I will attempt this. You may experience some pain. Quite a bit, actually. But
I'm kind of used to it.
okay, it's the only way to keep this from getting any further along.
Go on then.
And Mean reaches out, puts his hand on your shoulder. Once again, eyes bright white, halo glowing above his head. And you feel just a pulse of energy push through your system. And like a fire is burning your internal organs, you feel this like holy energy attempting to push back against this thing inside of you. And it hurts like hell. And
Shit.
after a few moments of this, Mean pulls away. Okay. I apologize for the pain, but it seems to have gone through.
So you're gonna need to... whatever else.
I'm going to do some more research. I am going to contact some of my former colleagues and see if they've encountered anything similar, or if they have any research that would be beneficial.
Did the bloob guy say the demon was a prince?
Perhaps.
Come on, just give me this. I don't remember the name.
Sure.
Okay,
Sure.
thank you. Maybe it'll help to know that whatever I have is a prince of some kind.
Well, that explains the rapid growth and fucking shut up about the blue. That is not what it's called.
I miss her. I miss
the
her.
bloob.
I want the blue back.
Oh yeah, no one has context. The bloob is a
It was like a
cobalt
giant blue
library.
dome.
It's a blue
No, it's
dome.
Library of Cobalt Soul,
So
but it was a
obviously
blue dome.
we nicknamed it Bloob.
Because
That's it.
We
yes,
kept forgetting
why
the
not?
we kept forgetting the name of the guy who ran it. Like we literally could not remember the name of the guy who
I
ran
still
it.
don't.
Yeah, it's a
blue
blue
guy.
Me
dome,
neither.
and it looks like a blue.
Hi,
That's all you
Archivist
need to know.
Galbaros.
Oh yeah, the blue guy.
Anyway,
Yeah,
the
blue
blue.
guy.
Anyway,
Anyway, you're fucked. Your demon is gonna kill you right now.
Oh no, I
Game
only have
over.
a really good
Norman.
backup character. Alright, bring her in.
No. But a prince would explain why this is so deep and why it is so difficult to dislodge. Fuck off.
damn, being kind of rude.
Sorry, the me is coming out.
Yeah. Knowing that will help narrow this down a little more and allow me to pursue more helpful research. So thank you for providing that information. I am sorry I cannot do more at this time, but I promise you, I will find a way to help you.
It's more help than anyone else has given. Thank you.
Anytime, Lorwyn. Anytime. You should be okay for about a week. Come back to me in a week, and I can do this again if we don't have more permanent solution.
Cool. She's been casting plant growth this whole time. So Ethan's garden
Alright.
is very much overgrown now.
Okay.
Print.
Yeah. So you look around and you see all these vines now growing across the very nice cobblestone that Ethan had out here. This perfectly
Touching
manicured garden is
just
now just
everywhere
flowing.
except me and Min is just covered.
Min kind of looks around and gives you like a small smile.
Reflex.
The lady will not be happy about this, but I think it's nice. Anyway, you have a nice night, Lorwyn. I will do what I can. I hope you sleep better.
Would be the first time in years.
And Min kind of stands up and gets the door for you.
I'm out. Okay. Do I
Alright,
still
yep.
have my... I do have a wild shape.
Okay.
As soon as I walk out, I turn into a caca!
Turn into a caca.
And then go
You
back
turn
to the
into a
tavern.
caw.
Okay. So you poof into, I'm assuming, a raven.
Yes, a
And you fly
caca.
back. Yes, of course. And you fly back to the tavern. Poor Mimi.
I just saw Mimi be herself. I don't know what Mimi being herself means. So it's up to you what Mimi does now.
Yeah, we'll find out. But
Mimi's
Laura,
out.
when you arrive back at the tavern. The rest of you are there. What you up to?
I went to
is
go
it?
get coffee.
I'm assuming the window is... I'm just going through the window if I can. If not, I'm just gonna
You-
splat against it.
Yeah, you smack against the window because you guys closed the window.
Ow.
You had said you closed it.
Maya's wood cutting on the window. So it's like, oh shit!
Rune is face down on the floor, just lying face down on the floor.
Okay, so just you get your coffee. Looking around outside in the main area of the tavern where the tavern owners are making you your coffee. You don't see Vim there. You do see several of one of the guards that you normally have seen, or you had seen with Darcy, carrying like 3 bottles of wine upstairs, up the real stairs, not up the 2 stairs that
Right.
you, yeah. But yes, you get your coffee.
Is this decaf?
Yeah, it's strange. Coffee, well, it usually takes a bit to feel anything for you now. You feel absolutely nothing from this. No, that is not decaf. That is the regular coffee that we usually make.
I glance
The
in
one
the
that you
cup
have
and I'm
had
like,
about 5 pots of.
that is quite possibly the worst thing I have heard all day. And I just go into the room.
Decaf does exist. Yes, it does.
That implies so many things. I love it.
Yes.
Everything exists.
So yes, you are
Your
now
face exists.
Darcy. Where are you?
I think. So I'm getting very distracted by the absolute ass crack of farts coming from the sky at the moment.
It's you saying hi.
That is such a poetic way to describe a storm. I love it.
Thank you. I have a way with words. So I think Darcy's just like. I think she wants to stare out the window, but they're on the ground floor, so staring out the window just means staring at the brick wall of the next building. So it's kind of like,
Yep.
This is not the vibe I need for yearning and longing.
Lie on the floor with me. Darcy, lie on the floor with me.
You know what? Yes, Darcy's gonna lie on the floor.
Lie face
And
down
just,
on the floor with me.
take
Face
from
up and cry.
pardon?
Lie face down and just feel sad about life.
Oh yeah, I'm not necessarily feeling sad. I have a conundrum.
What's your conundrum?
My conundrum is that I have a way of contacting a loved one, and I can only do it once, and I don't know who I want to contact.
It sounds to me like you have one way of contacting a loved one, but there are other ways to contact loved ones.
Well,
If you
not
want to
other ways
contact,
that I just want to hear their voices.
okay,
I just want to hear their voices.
my advice would be, don't do it tonight.
That's probably for the best.
Because it's been a long day and it's easy right now to think, God, I wish I could speak to this person or this person. And then there's always going to be longer days.
Yeah. This floor is really dusty. I'm sorry. I don't want to lie here anymore.
That's fair. I literally don't
Just
breathe
gonna-
anymore.
Get up and just brush off the dust like.
You can have the windowsill if you want. I can move. I know it's not quite the vibes.
It's okay. I need to cheer up. That's what I need to do. I need to.
What time is it, Kendra, by the way?
About this time, it's probably... It's past sundown at the moment. So, like, 7?
Okay.
Call.
Oh right.
Yes.
I opened the window.
Okay, Maiyr opens the window for this raven that's been pecking at it.
Can I help you?
I go wherever Akila is. It just, you know how crows just kind of like rabbits, just
Yeah.
does
Okay,
that.
You go over to Akila and Akila nuzzles you back. Even though you are a raven.
Cool. That's it.
Is there anything anybody else wishes to do?
Hey guys, can you taste this coffee? Because it tastes like shit.
I take the coffee. I taste the coffee. Yeah, this tastes terrible.
It's
I don't-
decaf, right? Like, there's
I don't
no
know. I don't
caffeine.
drink coffee.
Fine.
Does
Darcy,
it
you
taste?
feel like a little
drunk.
drunk then.
Huh?
Like it feels tingly.
I snatch the cup back and I'm like, fuck. That's not good. That's double ungood.
Double
Okay.
ungood. That's
What's up?
It doesn't taste like anything to me. What the fuck?
Is it your taste
Coffee.
buds or is it?
coffee.
It doesn't kick.
Does Slantis have COVID?
Caffeine.
Shh.
God damn it.
Caffeine.
I'm so
Can you like
sorry.
taste
Oh.
anything?
Oh.
Yeah, no, I can taste it. It doesn't have the kick.
Oh, I've heard about this. I think it was, I don't know, like a mate of mine when I was younger, who, when we were having a really rough period in school, we were studying so much. I think he chugged like so much coffee for like a full year. Eventually, it didn't do anything to him anymore. Like he just sort of got resistant, basically. Like it would take more and more for him to like get any kick from it. I feel like it might be the same thing, might not be the same thing. I'm not sure. Either way,
Why don't you try just drink the entire cup and see what happens?
Anything?
Slintus, you knock it back. Nothing. Absolutely nothing.
Shit.
Little burning in your throat. It's pretty hot.
It's just brown water. This is bullshit.
that's what I've been saying about coffee this entire time.
Fucking dare
I saw
you.
that one. I saw it.
That was like less than 2 seconds in between. Yeah. I've been
There's
charging
a
my phone
storm
and
out
laptop
there.
in case it gets bad enough that I have to turn off all of my devices, so I can still be on data.
Cool.
Should we take a break? Please, what?
Sure.
Do we?
Sure, we can
I
take a
don't
quick
have
break.
to.
Yep. All right.
Yeah, we'll take a quick break
Woo.
while you swap.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not.
Oh, you're not swapping now?
No, I mean, like, I'm charging my stuff in case I need to
Oh,
take a
okay.
break.
So
Sorry.
we don't take a break.
So we don't
No
take a
break,
break.
no break. Keep
Never
going.
mind.
So good.
Redacted. The break's been redacted.
No breaks for you
One
guys.
break.
Okay.
We will.
Can you lesser restoration a caffeine addiction?
Do you know how fucking long I lost control the last time I didn't have any coffee?
Oh no. That's a struggle.
Is there? Do we want to try another place for coffee? That's a terrible idea. We were told to stay inside.
We have to stay inside.
Car.
I mean, we don't have to stay inside. We just need to lay low.
Yeah.
It's just the groggiest car coming from the bed.
Yeah.
Is there something you can use instead of coffee?
I don't know. The last time I the last time I didn't have access, Time had control of everything for years.
Yes.
And then I met Fable and things got better. Because I finally found a coffee place, I guess. I don't fucking know. But it's not working!
Well, you know what? I have the utmost faith in the group that we will find a solution to this.
Cool.
Don't worry.
Alright. I'm gonna go to bed. I'm still fucking exhausted from punching that god.
Alright, Slit, as you go to bed to finally work off the exhaustion from punching that god.
Oh yeah, right. Yeesh.
Are we all just still in my room?
I think everybody but Slintus now, because I'm assuming Slintus went back to your room.
Oh no, I just collapsed onto the first
okay.
bed that I encountered.
Alright, so you collapse onto Rune's bed.
Yup.
That's
Perfect.
also where Aquila and Lorwyn are, because they're cuddling on a bed.
I'm not gonna land on you.
No, I'm just saying, like,
Probably.
it's a big enough bed.
It was like a queen size bed. There's enough room, yeah. So Slintus, you have passed out.
I think I'm gonna go sleep in my own bed. You guys. Yeah, don't worry. No, yep.
All right, you
Check on Laurelyn before you guys go to sleep. Thank you.
Dodging responsibility? Ka!
Yes, sir.
All right, Maiyr, you fuck off to bed.
Yeah.
Lorwyn's already asleep. The Kaws are just snoring.
Yep. The
That's
important
so
question.
cute.
I'm assuming she's got one leg pulled up like birds do and is like fuzzing up.
No. She's not standing up. She's flopping to the side. She flopped.
She flopped onto
Even
Aquila.
better.
Yeah.
Even better.
Yeah. She's being
Also, I can
cuddled.
you guys again.
She's being cuddled.
Wonderful. Yes, it is sleep. The girls.
Everyone sleeps.
Okay, bye.
Is everybody sleeping? Or is anyone...
Rune is not gonna sit like he does when he goes into his zone out space. He's not gonna go to sleep.
Okay.
Just in the corner by the door.
All right. So you're sitting in the corner by the door.
I want to see if I can judge if everyone's going to sleep.
You want to what? Sorry, you cut off.
I'm going to wait like half an... to wait like half an hour.
Okay.
And I want to wait until I judge that everyone is properly asleep.
Okay. Yeah, waiting a little bit, it seems that everybody's asleep.
I'm going to attempt to snack out,
What
which
is
I
snack
probably do. I'm being sneaky boy. I'm being a sneaky boy. I'm with a 25 stealth, and I want to be a sneaky boy.
Yep.
+8 to stealth. I'm a sneaky boy.
That's
Don't put yourself down. You're a sneaky man.
sneaky man.
I'm a sneaky man. I'm just.
Rune, you are quiet as a mouse as you gently push open the door and sneak your way out of the room, closing it behind you gently.
Call.
Oh, you're. Rune is going to, once he's out the room and sort of away enough that they're not going to hear him, quickly and just sort of directly just walk down to the beach. Basically, he's going as quick as he can. Not running, but like he's speed walking. He wants to get there as fast as is non-obviously possible.
Okay, you make your way quickly down to the beach, going down the spiraling struts, not strats, to the beach area. You see the dark waves kind of coming in and out. You can see some of the ships in the harbor.
Do I have a sense of how long it's been since they all went to sleep?
It's probably been about an hour and a half, maybe.
Okay. How long does it take me to get from the room to the beach?
I would say, due to the speed walking and going down, probably 25 minutes at tops.
Wait, so if I left half an hour before they went to sleep, I mean, I left half an hour if they went to sleep. Just
sorry,
because
I
this
thought
is
you were. Yeah, no. So then it would have been just like an hour since they went to bed.
Yeah.
Because I thought you waited.
Rune
an
is
hour.
going.
Sorry.
No, he waits half an hour. Power walks down just because I want to just be aware of how much time I have.
Yeah.
Being aware that Morrowind doesn't sleep that long. Rune is going to pause, take a breath, and then just walk into the ocean.
Okay.
And just keep walking under.
All right. You walk into the ocean. You can tell that it's cold ish. The further out you get into the water, you feel the heat of the water begin to rise. And looking down at the bottom where you're walking, you can see there are these large bits of debris. Stone, seems to be pieces of land that have just crashed beneath the waves long, long ago.
Keep walking. Just keep going.
You keep going. And the water continues to feel warmer. And the further out you go.
Am I now fully submerged, by the way?
Oh yeah, you are fully submerged, and you have been for a bit.
Cool.
Yeah, it is. You are pretty far out at this point. Especially to get to the warmth, you're pretty far out. And at this point, the water above you, there seems to be light. A bright, bright light. Streaming through the water.
I'm gonna not swim up. Like I presume Rune can logically infer he's passed beyond the illusion that surrounds the. He's
Yes.
going to set it bottom of the ocean.
What is he doing? Sorry, I couldn't hear.
Sitting at the bottom, he's going to sit at the bottom of the ocean.
Got it.
Inhale water into long dead lungs. Exhale it out. And then he is going to cast message, which he has from Maiyr.
Oh, sending?
Which he hasn't said yet. Yep, sending. That's what it's called.
Yes. Okay.
And he is going to send a message to Eshkahala.
Okay.
And the first second or two, he just doesn't say anything. Then, in Urkesh, he's just like, I'm sorry. I shouldn't be contacting you, but I heard of trouble surrounding you, and I've been scared. Surprise, I didn't leave you by choice. And that's the end.
Okay. You feel this message shoot off past the water, and you feel it connect. And it takes a few moments before you hear back. This is impossible. There is no way you are contacting me. You are a ghost. Brother, what has become of you? Where are you? Where have you been? And that's all you hear back.
I'm going to cast sending again. I'm going to say, I'm sorry. I came back. I didn't want you to be alone. Are you safe? There's something big happening. And that's the end of the message.
Okay. Very quickly back, you now hear, I am safe. I am doing quite well, actually. But it is a strange relief to hear your voice. I've missed you. And that's the end of her message.
I will cast sending one last time and say, just, I'm in Drun Maran. If you need me, if you're all I have left. And come to me if you need anything, and I will help.
Again, very quickly, and you can hear that there's a shake in her voice. I can be in Drun Maran as soon as 3 weeks. Will you still be there?
I will one last time. Okay, the actual last time. Now casting high level source. Eshka, don't come. You know what it will be like if they find out I'm back. You survived my mess. Don't get yourself tangled in it now.
You hear first a very long Sigh. Very shaky. I will stay away if this is what you wish. But please find me soon. I wish to see you, brother.
I'm not gonna done sending. I'm just gonna take the next. So I want to basically leave. So I'd be getting back 3.5 hours after Laura went to sleep. Basically, is how I'm timing
Okay.
this.
Got it.
So I'm gonna take the remaining time I have in order to do that. Just sit in the ocean and just try and find that connection to that other universe and who I was there, and just be filled by it once again.
Got it. Alright, yeah. You connect with that. It's a stranger sensation now. Hearing the voice of your sister. Feeling even more of these memories pushed to the front. I'm sitting here at the bottom of this ocean. So much is rushing back to you. But yes, about 3.5 hours, or about 3 hours have gone by.
Just before I prepare to leave, I'm gonna just pause and say, if you're here, whatever you are that dragged me back time and time and time again, I pay my debts. And then I'm gonna get up and I'm gonna power a run back to the tavern to be back there 3.5 hours before Laura wakes up. I mean, 3.5 an hour before Laura wakes up. I'm not gonna go into the room because I'm covered in seawater. I'm just gonna sit in the bar.
You're gonna sit at the bar? Okay.
Yeah. Covered in seawater. And just...
Okay, you come into the bar dripping with seawater. You see one of the bartenders kind of eye you. Long night,
I got
son.
off a shard.
You got it. All right. But about this time, Laurelwyn, you would be awakening. You're awake. Congratulations.
Sorry, I was removing pepperoni from my pizza.
Yeah.
I ordered double pepperoni. It was a mistake, guys. It was a mistake.
Rune is gonna, like,
Skyrim intro is
not
running
going
over my
into the
head.
room.
What were you saying?
He's not going to the room. He is drying himself off quickly.
Yep.
He's like doing his best speed dry.
You're finally
Okay.
awake.
So, you're finally awake.
She just does her usual ritual, but first, did she had a restful semi-sleep?
She did. And as you're going through your ritual, you only feel a very slight tinge of pain. Just like a little needle poking at the back of your head. But not like the fire it usually is.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you to do it in fractions, like if a the pain fraction, but that works. Yeah, Yeah, she's just gonna vibe. Hang out with Aquila. By hang out, I mean let her sleep. This baby needs sleep. Cats sleep
Yeah.
for like 12, 15 hours or something.
Oh yeah, Aquila is fully passed out.
Yes, good kitty.
Rune, around this time, you're probably fully dried off. You've used, like,
Yeah.
all of the bar towels that they have. Like, all the little dish towels. Patted yourself.
Now that I look convincingly dry, I'm just gonna go back to the room and be like, see that not sneakily, just quite like I not to wake people up, but not like I'm sneaking.
Yeah, got it. Yeah, so you kind of gently open the door, making sure not to make too much noise, shut it. Lorwyn is awake.
I'm awake.
Sorry, I was just trying to keep watch at the bar.
Sure.
Do you want to talk?
About?
I am sorry for the way I've acted. I lashed out at you for things that weren't really your fault. I don't like being paralyzed, and it makes me panic. But that doesn't justify what I said to you. It wasn't fair.
No, the paralysis is something I did instinctually. I forgot you mentioned that, so I am sorry.
If you want to know the truth about me, I can tell you have told me secrets about yourself. And if you would like to know, I think you deserve that.
It's not about wanting to know. It made me reach a point where I don't care. Because I don't trust what you say.
I am really not as good a liar as you can think I was for.
It's because I wasn't looking for lies. Because I trusted you.
Or why don't you look for lies, and I will try and explain.
Why would you be lying then?
I don't know, you just said you don't trust nothing I say, so I'm saying why don't you clarify what I'm saying? I lie because I spend a long time literally being hunted. And I am both afraid that that is going to catch back up with me and by proxy all of you, and afraid that if you knew the truth about me, you would hate me / want to hand me back over to the people who are hunting me.
So you're being hunted. Is Rune
I
just
have-
standing?
He's kind of all. He looks.
He's just hovering.
He's
like
not.
she's sitting down like,
Yeah.
sir.
She's just like. Rune's like kind of half by the door. Like he's speaking in like he's not like speaking out loud. He's like speaking in a low tone, but he's not like come all the way over.
Alright. She's gonna... Was she sitting on the bed? She probably wasn't on the bed, but she's gonna put Aquila there to snooze with Slentus.
Okay.
Because Slentus is warm body, I guess. And very snuggly, who knew?
Akila snuggles up with Slintus.
Hell yeah. Let's go into my room.
Okay.
Done. Still like 3 steps.
Yeah, you guys went into Laurelyn's room.
Oh, please just sit down.
Rune's going to go from hovering awkwardly to sitting, like very hand-wringing, looking very nervous. Not that kind of thing, like just kind of like fidgeting, twisting his thumbs. It's pretty obviously like a comfort stim kind of thing. Like, they am not being hunted right now, I hope. Because the people who are hunting me,
The you from here is being
What?
hunted?
yes. Well, the people who are I was hunted, and I ran to Drun Maran. And I hid here under a fake name, and just hid my face, hid who I was for a few months. And then they caught up with me, and I ran again right into a trap, and they killed me.
And now you're
Sent
here.
And then we came to this world, and I woke up. Not on a bench, in a locked tomb intended for dangerous individuals to prevent them from coming back to life. There are, I believe,
See, I
or
didn't even
rumor has it,
know that you lied about that. Okay.
because I didn't want to say, hi, you guys all woke up. First up, I died. I haven't told you about the fact that I'm undead.
I mean, you didn't know,
Secondly,
right? Because you weren't you from here.
no, but I woke up in a tomb with ominous messaging written everywhere about the people who are buried here are dangerous, and these are not our honored dead, and don't disturb them. We preserve them here to ensure they don't return, blah, blah, blah.
So you got scared of that? Scared of
I
who
mean,
this
it's
version of
pretty...
you is?
I could take some guesses based on my life in the other world.
Is that why you're so
Um,
obsessed
I-
with finding out who this person is?
This person... Back where we're from. Did you ever go to Blightshaw? Did you know about Blightshaw?
The DM is saying no, so I say no.
No, you did not.
I don't know what that is.
Blightshaw is a place. It's where I grew up. It's on the far coast of Wildmount. And it is, like the name would suggest, blighted. During the calamity, it was all but destroyed, and where society lives, it lives on the edge. I grew up. My father was a ex-member of organized crime running. My mother was... I never knew her. All I knew was that she had abandoned him and left him to the enemies he had made on her behalf. And that's how I grew up hiding. I grew up knowing that a friend I made, if I told them my father's secrets, might very well have friends of their own who would be very interested to hear them.
Mm-hmm.
And then I learned magic. There was a man who came to that blighted little town in a blighted little peninsula who was also running. but he was running from Empire and what it would do to his home. And he set up a school for the children in my neighborhood. And I knew how to read. My father had taught me how to read the basics, but I loved it. Finally, here was someone who promised great things, and we think, you know what? Yes, I am capable of great things. And he was a salesman, but he was selling us education, which seems like a noble thing to sell. And I made him and my father get together because I thought, why not? I want access to this. I want more of this. And they fell in love. They got married. I was a very manipulative 6-year-old. I set my father up with my teacher. Because I wanted him to teach me magic.
Didn't you already have school?
We had read, write, do math school.
You wanted more school?
Magic school.
Fucking nerd. That's me, not Warren.
And the first thing he taught me was Mimi. So I wouldn't be so alone. And then later they adopted my little sister. And I learned magic, and I looked at the stars, and I saw how they behaved, and I was clever. I was so bloody clever. I went to the Kryn Dynasty. I went to learn their magic at a remarkably young age. And I made, you know, my magic? You know why it's what it is? Because I made it.
Yes,
I forged my own magical path. Not just the spells. I didn't just make the spells. I made an entire path. An entire new school of magic.
What is it called?
Relativistic magic.
I don't know why I asked.
Yeah. I mean, I say me, it was I had a teacher. Sort of another surrogate father, I suppose. Who older and established and brilliant and supported me and made it all possible. And where I was too young and immature to really join together ideas, saw more clearly than I did. And then I started asking more questions, difficult questions, looking into things that were more dangerous. I could not control it at all. I got my best friend killed. I got other people killed. Even my teacher turned his back on me. And I ran back home. And the government came after me, and they didn't say, how could you do these terrible things with these people you killed? They said, can you learn how to harness it? Because there is a war coming.
Did I know already about this? I feel like I heard this before.
I knew the vague outlines. This is
Just
more detail than I've given you before.
Yeah, you knew like the vague some points of events in like, you know, broad spectrum of Rune's life, but not the nitty-gritty behind it.
Shit.
Mosquito?
Yeah.
Brief pause for Masters and Murder.
No, it's fine. It'll show up eventually.
The government came after me, the ones who had accused me of blasphemy against the precious god, and they said, make it work, make it, control it. We want to use it. There is a war coming. We don't particularly care about all the people you killed with your uncontrolled experiments. And I was so desperate to be able to continue my work. I did. And I spent 2 years slaving away for their precious ambition. And I don't know who got me in that world, because I don't know if it was them, I don't know if it was their Imperial rivals. One of the people they'd hired to help me stabbed me in the back and pushed me into the seas below.
I remember this.
And I died then. Died countless times, choking beneath the waves. And then I don't know how I got free. I don't remember. All I remember is flashes of waking up on the beach and not knowing who I was or my own name, and then not knowing who had me and not recognizing the world around me because of how perfectly washed clean I'd been by centuries of the freezing cold bloody sea. And
It's very
in the
Avatar.
end, I fuck you.
It's the Avatar.
It's me, the Avatar, master of all 4 elements. And in the end, the people who found me without a name or sense of identity, I realized that they were that self-same empire that had been just blossoming, expanded now to dominate the continent. I had no love of them, so I ran off. Made some new friends, had a bit of an adventure. Went up in Taldore, and then I met all of you. And we came to this world. And
what
I
I'm
met
confused
a...
about is why you started lying so much.
Back in that world, I knew that my name carried certain weight, because in the end, my legacy had gone down as a blasphemer who had gotten several people killed, destroyed most of the city block, and
We're the same.
so you were a weapon. I made a choice.
No. We literally burned down, and then it went back.
Oh yeah, we did do that. Yeah, we didn't. I don't think they undid the city block I destroyed because I exploded it and made it uninhabitable.
Mhm.
They did. I don't know. I kind of had to flee town, and I haven't been back since, due to everything that happened afterwards. Maybe they fixed. That'd be nice if they fixed it.
Look at the line. Right.
First, I didn't know you. Then we sort of were busy doing other stuff, and then we came here, and I woke up not in the bottom of the ocean, which would sort of be like, it's a parallel. I woke up in a fucking tomb with terrifying writing written above my head, locked in, with the pretty heavy implication that whoever the me of here was, he did some pretty scary stuff. And then I met a vampire, and the vampire didn't call me the relativist, which is what they called me when they were feeling particularly pretentious back in the other universe. He called me the atomist. And he was looking for that wonderful school of magic, which even I abandoned in the end because of all the beautiful destruction that it was capable of. Even I knew that I could never master it, but he was looking for someone who claimed it as his name.
I already knew that. I'm
And
not gonna say.
and then I found out my dad was dead, and I decided that I needed to know, because like the sea washed my brain clean, and maybe I knew names and outlines, but they were sketchy. The things I've told you, I didn't go into more detail because that's about as much as I remember about any of those people. I can fill in who they were from the memories I have of this universe, but that...
Why didn't you tell us, Rune?
Because the me of this universe was angry. He didn't master either.
I mean, before you two, the two yous were One.
Because we'd known each other for about 2 weeks, and I wasn't about to be
It was
like,
actually more than that.
hey.
Because we
Give or
traveled
take.
for 2
Uh,
weeks and then 2 weeks back. So we knew each other for like a month and a half, almost 2. It's still a long time.
Sure.
Because it was from Stillman to the thing. And then
You didn't travel with Rune from Stillben.
Yeah.
Wait.
Rune you met right outside Kaimol.
Kaimol to
Then Kaimol.
not Stillman to the what's the big city? The blue.
Western.
Yeah, so from that
You
city.
also got teleported.
Yeah. We teleported and
What
stuff.
about the travel from the mine to the mine?
From the mine to the mine?
From Western to the mine.
That was like maybe a day or 2.
Fuck! Alright, never mind then. I thought that was
Yeah,
longer.
it was like a week.
Yeah.
Fair. 2
Rune's
weeks.
like, yeah, I knew you guys for like a week.
It might have felt like 2 months because we played for months. Okay.
Yeah.
We take a long time to do anything. Because I knew you for about 2 weeks.
You agreed
And
to do a ritual with us. That danger.
yes, because as you may have gathered, the one way to get me to agree to do anything is just drop in forbidden magic and cool new tricks. I'm still the guy who came up with some really out of control theories that got people killed. And I'm not going to stop being that person. And I try and rein it in a bit. But I also know that
Do you
my
want to kill people?
strengths. No, I did not. I didn't mean for it to happen like it did in either reality.
You didn't mean for it to happen, but did you know what could happen?
I was arrogant and cocky, and I thought I had mastered the building blocks of this reality, and I thought I could control them, and obviously I couldn't because no one can.
So you already know better.
I know better.
So if you're no longer that person, then yes, you're
You
still
say
going
you're-
to be the person who has fascinating ideas over things I have no idea about. But you already learned from your mistakes. Are you going to do them again?
I'm not.
Then what does it matter?
How can it not matter? I got my best friend killed because she trusted me.
Well, I got my entire family killed. You want to compare?
And like I said, I made a choice.
Yes, so did I.
Yeah, it really doesn't sound like it. You've got everything I've heard from you is you've got a giant demon stuck in your arm that takes control of your body.
Yeah, that part I don't have a choice over.
What choice did you make?
Pick up that stone. To take it with me. To keep it, even though...
Did you know what it could do? Did you know what it was?
Nope. No one did.
That's it's not a choice if you don't have all the information. If
It is.
we
I could have
find
given it.
everyone killed.
I could have given it to someone who did. But I didn't.
So if I see a kid outside who picks up a shiny rock without really knowing what it does and just keeps it, is that child committing some heinous offense? Is that child potentially dooming the world, or is that just someone seeing something cool?
Yes.
I see the problem. Okay. Never mind. She didn't make a choice at all, no. I wrote a sentence. Anyway. I totally forgot. I changed her backstory. Anyway. She didn't make a choice at all.
You need to retcon something.
No. It's for something else. Don't worry about it. Shh.
Oh.
It's all good.
She didn't make a choice. Yes, but now I do have a choice. I could let it take over. Who knows what that would do?
You keep choosing not to.
Mm-hmm. Just like you can keep choosing not to do stupid shit. Like
I'm always
lie
going to
to
do stupid
people.
shit.
I mean, you can lie to people.
I'm trying to be better about.
Yes, I know. Just don't. Not to the group.
Okay. Tonight, I wasn't in the bar. I went out and I messaged my sister because I haven't seen her for centuries, and I miss her. And I didn't think it would put her in danger. I just wanted to know if she was alright and about what the entity said about being connected to her, and just tell her that if she needed help, she could come to me.
Well, that explains why you smell like salt. You can wipe it off, but you can't
Yeah, I
take
didn't.
away the smell.
I didn't think that one through. Good point. Yes. Yeah. And with the box, I genuinely was trying to find a way to help because I thought I could see if I wanted to test to see if I could use it as a way to distract them.
Why
Because
did you not tell us in the first place that it was not a storage room?
when you talked to them, did he tell you what was in there?
Nope. He told me
It's
fascinating stories, but no.
the fascinating stories. It's a library,
Mm-hmm.
but the books are literally my life written down in excruciating detail. My life from here, in his voice.
How does it do that? Just by entering? Does it have books on us?
As far as I could tell, all means you've intersected with me. It's like a very weird. I don't know if he actually knows the information in there, but it's very creepy.
So it's a library. Was it empty? And then it just filled in?
No, when I went in there first time, I saw Vim. He said that the books were full of his life story and that he was not giving it to me. And then before you ended up with my life story, and I kind of panicked because I didn't want you guys to know that because of all the killing people I cared about and sort of general rage, fury, blah blah blah.
Do you see him inside of it?
The first time, yes. The second time, I wanted to test the hypothesis, so I tried to see if I could find a way deeper. I did. This is, as I told the group earlier, I saw him again, and it was heavily implied by him that he was going to watch me whenever I was in there.
Sounds like him, but also, if you can't read them, here's the thing. If you have a library of your entire life, is it really worth it to distract him?
I think the question remains, does he actually know what's in the books, or is it just a weird spell?
Because if I
Because that's a
think,
lot.
because if you already filled the library with books and he has access to it, I don't think there's anything stopping him from reading it. I don't know how magic works, but if he's in there already. Oh no.
Robot voice.
Zed, you
Oh
have.
dear.
Yeah, okay.
Oh dear.
Try now?
Is that better?
Yeah.
Is that better?
Yeah, it is.
I don't know if he can literally be within there. I think it's more he knows what I'm doing when I'm in there.
Okay, so I ask you again, is it worth the risk? To challenge a. I don't actually know how old he is, he didn't tell me.
Possibly over a millennia.
Wow. I told him he was 600 years old.
I'm kind of guessing based on the life story dump that he gave me, which was pretty sketchy, but
Hmm.
I know what he wants from me. I think I can guess. Which is the same thing that people always want, and the one thing that even I know I can't do.
You still haven't answered my question. Is it worth it?
I think that the risk has already been taken without me knowing that I was taking it.
You know, you don't have to play this game. Because that's what this is for him.
What would the opposite? How do we deal with him without playing his game? Because his game is just us engaging with his existence.
I mean, this was clearly a perfectly laid trapmist for us. Mostly for you.
I think
Why do you need
that
to engage in it?
because right now I think that he wants our help more than he wants to destroy us. I think he would be settled for destroying us if we get in his way. But I think he is flawed by his own. He's painting pictures. I think he can see his goal after literally longer than any mortal being's lifespan. And even if he is older than comprehension, blah blah blah, he's still. It doesn't. It's still the mind of the mortal in there, and when you give people a goal and then you keep them away from it for that long, if they can see their way through, even no matter how old or experienced or clever or whatever they are, you don't act rationally.
No. That makes two of you.
I mean, I don't. Insofar as I have a goal, it's nebulous and a long way out of reach. So
What is your goal? Is it to do something stupid?
probably,
Okay, then don't do it.
I don't know if I have a choice.
We just talked about choices, Rune. You always have one.
And there are some choices which are destroy you before you destroy me. You know, in this world, magic is. Have you felt it when you cast spells that it's not quite the same?
I don't know, have I?
You have. I have described it, yes.
Yes, you did. I remember this now.
It's not. There's. I can't speak for other worlds, and no doubt the many infinities that there are, but here, can I make a religion check? Because I know there's some aspects of Rune's hometown lore where we haven't really discussed it because we kind of got distracted. With regards to like religion and stuff, and obviously Rune, this universe was kind of tied to the religion.
Yes.
So I'm trying to work out how much he would know about the founding myths. Like obviously, there's stuff that no one can ever know. But does he kind of know the basics of potential and stuff?
Yes, absolutely he would.
There's this is tying into the realms of myths and legend and completely unverifiable. Where I'm from, and he will sort of pull out a little necklace he has with a moth on it and sort of just hold it in his hand.
Ooh, moth. Don't worry about it.
There are like a little, like it's not a literal moth, it's a sort of moth made out of dark metal, just sort of holding his hand. Sort of like it looks, well, it's kind of, I say moth, it's obviously he's fiddled with it a lot and it's sort of been rubbed kind of smooth. And slightly corroded and stuff, like it's obviously something that he's had for a long, long time. But he sort of looks at it and is like, there are, so you know how Maiyr mentioned in the sort of drew here that we have more gods than the average place based on the average being where we're from.
How would I know that?
Didn't Maiyr tell us about
Yes, Maiyr
the
did.
Yeah.
I thought that was a joke.
Yeah, no, gods. I don't know if gods come here like everyone else did, or if people made gods based on where they came from, but there's a lot of gods here, and most of them, if you sort of get super into the religion side of it, I think people sort of trace back to arrivals from somewhere or other. But there's some which I can't tell you how much this is just the bias of the religion I was raised in here or not, but we were raised to believe in the Dusklight, who was held to be the founder god of this world, who used the raw potential of the universe to shape it and made the black hole and the planets to dance around it and spun it out into a vast cosmic web. And in those days, the very potential reality could be shaped by a thought, and death was made, death and birth. And the Dusklight, knowing that this meant that it was now doomed, that even it must someday die now, death having been brought into the universe, sealed all the potential away. Because
Oh, robot again.
oh no, I'm a robot. Is it better?
Yes.
Because of the power mortals had when they dreamed. And all that. That's not all the potential there is. There's the way that sort of magic is sort of theorized out here is everything has potential. So the ground beneath us, the people we are, everything is formed out of compressions of potential. But the potential of the universe itself, the potential of the rules that shape the fabric of this reality to be anything, you can't access it anymore.
Rune, can I be honest here?
Yep.
I understood those words individually, but as a whole, about 15% went in my head.
The
I
time and space magic really banned. Super
yeah,
banned.
yes, we experienced this firsthand. We should not have come here. What?
Not even in terms of we shouldn't have come here, in terms of like a lot of people believe that if you start messing around with time and space magic, you will unleash big cosmic power that will doom us all. Like,
Okay, but that's like what every story tells. That's
yes,
literally
but
everything. Every
people,
time. All the time.
yeah,
I mean, the entity said that
But-
about me.
people super believe it. Like the
No
magic
one knew
I
that,
do.
by the way.
Firstly, what? Hang on. Took me a second to process what you said.
Yeah, the entity said I was gonna destroy the world. Isn't that cool? Just another
Yeah, well,
thing
the
to add to the
entity
list.
lied a lot, I think.
Yes.
And wanted you to say yes to it.
I didn't, though.
You didn't. You made the choice not to, and
Correct.
we'll work it out among ourselves, I guess.
Rune.
But basically, how we came here is not how people come here, and
Oh, so we're
would
special?
not go down well. We're special, and also it would not go down well.
So we're
Special in the
doom
way that got me
bringers.
hunted and killed.
We're gonna get everyone killed? Okay, well, guess what?
Listen,
Guess what? No, guess what?
listen.
No, me first. You have a choice to make. Every day. Every second.
Also,
I went in a real scale. Every second of every minute of every day. And that is all that
all I
matters.
was going to say is I've been messing around with time and space magic for ages and nothing's exploded, so I don't think it's actually kind of
You just...
if
Wasn't the magic that you created out of time and space?
Yeah.
And you got
like
people
if
killed?
No. I got people killed no. Look, there's the time and space stuff, which is the stuff I'm great at. That's what I do. I've been doing that for years, and I've only gotten people killed when I wanted to kill them, which I do sometimes with
You
the
killed your best
adventurers.
friend because you wanted to? You're confusing me here.
There's two different magics.
Let's just a conversation for another time, I think.
Yeah, no. Look, we're not gonna destroy reality because if we were, I would have done it already.
Just don't do it. Again,
But
choices. We should probably wake them up.
I haven't slept
Go
because I
sleep.
was at the bottom of the ocean for a bit. Yeah, I'm gonna go sit and not think about things, or I will think about things. I don't sleep anymore, and I hate it. And I don't know how to sleep. I just sort of turn off, and it sucks. And I'm still like aware of everything.
Yeah, that's how I sleep.
I hate it. I want to sleep again. I don't dream. I miss dreaming.
Ask Maiyr.
I'm fully conscious of everything around me at all times.
What if you get noise canceling headphones?
Are those a thing that exist?
Headphones.
You can shove
Oh,
like
you're
cotton
messing with
balls in
headphones.
your ears, but
Have you
beyond that,
tried your
I'm just-
relativist magic to make sense blockers for your mind? Anyway, I'm running away. I'm going to wake everyone up.
Rune's gonna go lie under his bed for 4 hours.
all right, we're taking a break.
Yeah,
Hello and welcome back. So where we left off, Lorwyn and Rune had a conversation. And as this conversation's been going, the hours have been passing by, and I'm gonna say that I fucked up the timeline so that we can get to kind of a morning time area. And so as the sun is rising, as does the rest of the party. And most of you can
Rune
hear...
is for the record.
Oh, yep, what's up?
Rune is for Rune will power down for 4 hours.
Yes. Perfectly fine. Rune, you power down. But you guys can hear that there is a great deal of commotion going on out in the area, the common area of the tavern. You can hear a lot of like chairs squeaking, and you can hear like voices, and it sounds like there's something going on out there.
It would be, wouldn't it?
Okay. I'm up.
Pop the kettle, pop the kettle.
Yes, you wake up with
Why is there so much
Aquila
noise?
curled like into your rib cage area.
Oh, that's cute.
I will get up and put on my chainmail? Scale mail.
Which one?
Ready for the day. What do you mean, which one?
Don't worry about it.
Okay.
Yep.
Do we
I'm
all
gonna
go
get
downstairs?
Yep.
Cool. We all
Yeah,
go
down
downstairs.
both of the stairs.
We all go downstairs.
So down the two
Presumably-
stairs. Rune, at this point, you probably could have gotten about a 4-hour rest.
Oh, yeah, then I'll follow them.
Okay. Coming out to the main area of the tavern, you see, like, the tavern staff are vigorously cleaning the area. Like, trying to get it spotless.
Is there anything else that seems off? Anything different?
You notice that there's not many patrons in here. Like, possibly none. Everybody in here at the moment, besides you, is staff who are cleaning.
Oh, so that's what we were hearing.
Yes.
Are they talking at all?
You can hear some of them kind of mumbling and them like kind of shouting orders at each other, like, bring another clean bucket of water, we need to mop! Like, just shouting at each other, trying to get this place cleaned up.
I see.
Should we ask?
Yeah, Darcy's gonna walk up to like the counter and be like, "Hey, so very clean. I feel like you're rubbing at the same spot for a long time now. I think it's as clean as it's gonna get.
It needs to be spotless.
I mean, I can see my own face in the reflection. It's very impressive.
Thank you, it's appreciated.
So, why are you? What's?
A very important... Oh, hold on. You were with the ambassador, correct?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, thank God. Your, Empire
Oh,
important
I
person
see.
has
It's
arrived
all for them.
much
Okay.
earlier than expected, and
Oh,
we need to get this
wait.
place...
So they're like arriving.
We've just gotten word that they have landed at the Quill.
I see. I
Shit.
see.
So if you could get the word to your ambassador as quickly as possible.
Absolutely,
That would be
I will do
wonderful.
so.
Thank you.
You're doing great work.
Thank you. Have a wonderful day.
You too. And I scurry back to where I know that I sort of like first like tell the group I'm like person arriving, important.
The Empire Bastard.
Sort of gesturing like yeah. and then I sort of like gotta bounce for a second. I will be back. Not sure what the next course of action is. I go back to the ambassador's room.
Okay, you go to the ambassador's room, and you see Gariel standing guard outside of the ambassador's room.
Hello.
Darcy.
I just got word from downstairs. I need to speak to the ambassador.
Absolutely. And Gariel kind of goes and opens the door for you.
Okay. And I go in. Is the ambassador? How's she doing?
You see
Right.
the ambassador, who has just kind of woken up.
Oh Lord.
She rolls out of bed, and you see like a bottle of wine roll out with her.
Oh
And her
dear.
hair is a mess.
Okay.
Darcy.
Ooh.
Ooh.
I've got.
What are you doing here?
Well, it's. I've been informed that the arrival we've been waiting for has just landed at the Quail.
They're here.
Yeah. I hope. Yeah. So.
I need to get ready, please.
Yeah. Yep. Goodbye. I walk out backwards, close the door, and I'm like.
As soon as you hear the door closes, you just hear a bunch of like rustling around in the room and like a bunch of like muffled cursing. But yes.
Yes, okay. And then I've also like clocked that Gariel is there, and I'm like, oh no. Oh. Okay. And so when I go back to the group, I'm just gonna be like, okay, sorry for running off like that. Something came up. What do we want to do? What's our like agenda for today? Because, and I sort of turn to Slintus.
Moping.
Gariel is currently here. You know, the guy
Okay.
who wanted to dossier thing.
Hasn't he been here all the time?
No, he was out the
Oh,
other
he
day.
was.
It was
Yeah.
his day off.
I'll find the time to talk to him sometime. Today. Fuck.
I can try to spy on your brother again.
Okay, that'd be nice.
But this first.
Yeah.
I want to know who it is.
You guys stand in this area for a few minutes.
I'm assuming we're getting. I want.
What do you say?
You're getting breakfast?
Oh, Darcy's getting breakfast. At least.
Okay. Yeah, you guys
Will they
are
let
able
us?
to- They've been you can hear like the kitchen is going non-stop at the moment. Like they are clearly cooking up stuff.
Probably not for us though.
They
Goodberry?
do give you like the Darcy, if you go over and you're getting a breakfast, they do give you like it's not as great as the usual breakfast you would get here. It seems that most of the resources have gone to something else, but it's a decent enough breakfast.
Still more pleasant than the Goodberry.
How dare you?
I don't say that out loud.
It's a very
but, like,
The
berry.
How
Imagine.
dare you?
how dare I? It's just weird. It just weirds her out, and it weirds me out as well.
We're not friends anymore.
My
If Fable was
condolences.
here
I
reading your
will put
mind.
myself out. And I'm back. Okay, so yes. But yeah,
Yes,
breakfast.
you have your breakfast. Slintus, you are attempting to drink more coffee.
Yes.
It's
From
still
my
not-
thermos.
From your service.
Shit.
Still nothing. But after a few minutes, you hear the doors swing open and you see a few of Drun Maran's guards step through. And following them Sev, would you like to describe your character?
Hello.
Oh,
Walking into the
OMG.
tavern, you see
We're gonna
When
a
do I click it?
half-elven person.
click it.
They're relatively tall. They stand roughly 6 feet tall. They have a pretty sharp face and long, not particularly long, golden blonde hair. They wear thin-framed glasses with scars, two notable scars running down their face. They wear a somewhat heavy-looking, but still practical coat, and generally, it's a very ornate design. Parts from their boots, from the coat, the buttons on the cuffs of their jacket, all glimmer in gold, while the accents on the jacket and the shirts they wear beneath are a sort of pale blue or a dark blue. And they wear a cravat that is laid in with a purple gemstone around their neck. And to their right, they have a relatively long, thin sheath, again with gold accents, with a fanciful rapier with contrasting dark iron around the handle. And they walk in and look around the tavern. How does it look? Like, walking in, the guards preceding me.
As you walk in and the guards, you see like all of the staff of the tavern have now like lined up, like in, like trying to look as professional and put together as possible. The tavern is spotless, shining. It's a nice little tavern, clearly high end, and clearly outfitted for
Yes.
this kind of long stay.
Yep. With my right hand is just generally like resting and tapping on the rapier that sits to my right. I just take a brief look around. By the by, this place looks wonderful. I truly thank you for allowing me to stay here.
Very
Are they just
quickly-
all like they're all just standing with like the biggest broom up their ass, I assume, just like all in line?
Yes, and you see like a well-dressed human man with like kind of shaggy brown hair kind of bows to you. Oh, we thank you for choosing our tavern to be your place of rest on your visit.
Well, this place looks wonderful. You guys have done an amazing job. Oh, come on, you don't need to. Formalities past.
Oh no.
It's lovely to meet you.
Oh no.
My name is.
Okay.
Panic.
My name is Sir Elijah Bockhurst III. I am a knight serving in absentia of the Espen Empire. It is wonderful to meet you. Who might you be?
Oh, my name is Tim Unser.
Tim Unser.
Yes.
Wonderful to meet you. The architecture of the city is unlike anything I've seen.
Oh, yes. It is quite unique, yes. Beautiful in its simplicity, but also its intricacies.
Yes, this place is truly wonderful. Well, I do have some work to do, but for now I will get situated in my... Which one might it...
Oh, yes. Liliana, can you please show Sir Elijah to their room? And a youngish elf woman kind of rushes out. Yes, right this way. And she leads you up the stairs to the back of the upstairs corridor and to this giant room. Probably the presidential suite, if you will, in our modern day terms.
Did Siv's character just walk right past us? We were all just there like...
Yeah, as I'm walking past, like you
Yeah.
said, the guard outside the current ambassador's room, they're somebody from Empire, right?
Yes.
Do I recognize them? Are they somebody who would be in the sort of echelon that I work at?
No.
Not at all.
But immediately he bows to you as you walk by.
Good day. And as I'm walking past, absolutely nobody I recognize, I assume. Nobody I directly recognize.
You would recognize... Yes, you would recognize. As you're walking by, you do see somebody from the Empire that you recognize. You see a Darcy. You see a Darcy.
A Darcy was the
A Darcy? Wow,
A
incredible.
Darcy.
No, as I'm walking past, I just clock Darcy and I do just a little sort of like head bow as I'm walking past into my room.
Darcy just sort of smiles nervously, like, "Why are you looking at me?"
Yeah. Realistically, Darcy would never have actually interacted with Elija, but Elija
Exactly, she's
probably has
like-
certainly seen them.
Yes.
Probably thinks I'm someone else.
And as I get back into my room, and I'm relieved to see that I assume on the ship that, you know, it was the best they could provide, but it was still on a ship, so the closest
Yeah.
thing to a vanity I might have had would be a hand mirror, a barrel for a
Exactly.
side table.
Yeah,
And,
it was...
Just, you know, certainly sheets brought in from one of the guest rooms in the castle, but nothing spectacular. And I walk in, breathe it all in. I take off my jacket and I hang it somewhere. I don't know. And
They have,
I
like, a
just
coat
take
rack.
it back in. Yeah, I hang it on the coat rack. And as I close the door behind me, I just clock everyone. What are they actually doing? Like, what's everyone up to?
What's everyone up to?
I was just being a creep, basically.
Oh, Darcy's.
I told you what I did.
I did not hear you.
Yeah, I
I'm
know.
sorry.
I said I put it in the chat.
Oh, wait, hang on. Oh, chats.
You gotta be
Look at
keeping up with the
chats.
chat, Sev. Come on.
God, fuck you.
Right. This is
Oh,
giving
wow.
me flashbacks to the first session.
Oh, just completely
anyway.
hiding.
Yeah, no,
Reaching
Darcy's like
something.
Yeah.
sort of in between bites of breakfast, just being like,
Confused as to why this person is here.
not necessarily why they're here, because I do know why they're here, but
Oh, yeah,
like
true.
confused as to why they're looking at me, like, because Darcy's not necessarily like in uniform, so she's like,
Yeah.
"We've never talked. Why are you looking at me? Do you think I'm someone else?" And then there's this brief moment of like, "Oh, maybe they think I'm no, never."
Kid waves at you and you're like,
Oh.
you're waving at someone. Okay.
I am
Rune
going
has the
to
page.
take a look at that. That little flash. What might that have been? That Elija, you know, they're acting relatively, you know, chill and knowing what they're supposed to do, but they are very on edge and very much like, you know, keeping their hand to their rapier, ready for
Then
anything.
There was
You
a
can make an
flash?
active perception check on that.
Active perception check.
There was
My
a-
perception.
There was a flash? Wait.
No.
Oh goodness! My first roll in this campaign was pretty good. That's a crit 20, and I think it's a plus 12.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's,
32.
yeah, that is a
Plus-
32 perception.
Did we just get
Well,
a...
you know, it's pretty good.
You have a 12 perception?
No,
Can
you,
Yeah.
work with
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Maiyr crying in the background. That's pretty good.
Heartbroken.
Yeah.
so that flash of orange, you now follow it with your eye, and you do see a figure kind of trying to stay hidden in the shadows in the back
Yep.
tavern.
Oh, as soon as I see somebody trying to sneak around and hide, I immediately draw out my rapier and I point right to where I see them.
Oh no.
You there?
Lintus, you now have a rapier.
Oh, the rapier's out, and then just the right hand of the middle finger of my right hand is pointing at them.
Got it.
You there? What do you have to hide?
Is your stealth not beat a 32? Come on, what's going on?
I got a 22.
Oh,
So
Which is,
that doesn't even beat the passive.
Yeah, it doesn't beat my
Yeah.
passive
that's why
either.
you got the
Yeah.
Yeah.
Doesn't beat my passive.
heartbreaking.
hi.
I just flick a glance to one of the guards, and while I'm still pointing at Slintus, I just use my the very tip of my rapier, sort of a pointer, and I point to one of the guards. You there? Keep an eye. And then I just make a signal pointing, telling that guard, keep an eye on this one.
Will do, my lord.
Yeah. And-
Do we notice Slintus at this point? Or is Slintus still hidden from us?
I mean,
Oh, I mean, I've called them out.
Yeah, now that Slintus has been
Pointed
called
right
out,
up.
you'd be able to see them.
when did you get there?
Why are you
I'm
trying to
just-
at my friend?
No idea what to say.
Well, why might they be sneaking around? Have they something to hide? Oh, I merely guessed at this tavern. Why might you be sneaking around?
Does it matter?
Maybe it does, maybe it doesn't.
Maybe you're just paranoid.
Foreign land, foreign faces. It's unfamiliar. It's exciting, but
Like you
I
said,
can't afford to lose my wits.
Rune
It can-
is not looking up. Rune is looking at his spells. He's not looking up, but he's just going to say out loud, foreign land, no rule against sneaking around in a tavern, is there?
Not necessarily, but I prefer to keep safe. Better safe than
Kendra?
sorry.
Would Slintus recognize Elijah from the old timeline? Because I legitimately don't know.
No, not from the old timeline.
Okay.
Past Sev.
God, who might allow old timeline? Who knows?
Who knows?
We'll have to
We
think
never
about
will.
that, 'cause that'd be fun.
I think I'll come up with an idea at some point. But
Hell yeah.
I am going to retreat into my room, and I'm going to simply just open my eyes and take a look around.
Were they closed?
Open your eyes and take a look around. Nothing seems out of place.
So, what the
Oh,
fuck was that?
Sorry, I completely missed that. What was that?
I said you open your eyes and look around, and nothing seems
Anything
out of
glances
place.
obvious? No.
No.
Alrighty. Well, I continue in, and now actually knowing who's in this tavern, close the door behind me. And I begin drafting the slips for charging the stay at the hotel and the food to the treasury of the empire.
Yes.
Put it on that
Because-
tab.
Put it on the tab.
I ain't paying for that shit.
Empire citizens, this is where your taxes are going.
Woo!
Yeah, exactly.
Hashtag not clickbait.
Yes.
Gotcha.
The rest of you are downstairs and have just had this odd interaction.
Is it just me or was he looking at me? Like, I feel like he was looking at me. Like, we have
Yeah, he
direct...
looked at you.
Yeah. I don't...
So real quick, what's the pronoun?
They
They them. Gotcha.
They them.
They definitely looked at you.
Also, you do not have to have question marks as your name anymore.
Oh,
Yeah.
true.
But best
Wait,
fun.
no,
Yeah.
wait.
What?
Wait.
What?
Isn't that going to fuck up the...
Elijah is in the right position.
No, because they don't have...
No,
Yeah,
Elijah
wrong.
would have to Darcy.
No, because the
No,
it
because
only matters if
Darcy
the
has the
cameras are on.
camera on.
Yeah, I
only
don't-
have-
No,
It's fine.
Mari doesn't have video participants showing, so it won't
Exactly.
fuck anything up because they still won't have Dear Sean.
I just wanted to check.
Don't worry.
Yeah, I had that exact same panic. It's all good.
I got you, homies.
It's all good, y'all. It's all good.
It's all good.
But if in eventualities people want to turn on their cameras, they have to tell me in advance so I can change the overlay again. Anyway.
You're doing it right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right now, I'm
Yeah,
not.
they definitely look at
Alrighty.
you.
Oh,
There
maybe
we
don't put
go.
sir.
That is their title.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
just
it
respect
knocks
that, man.
Elijah out of order.
Oh, it does.
Which
I
It
can't see.
doesn't. What is?
It
What's
doesn't
going
matter.
on with it? There's no
It's fine.
math.
It's okay.
It's
The
fine.
order doesn't
It's so
matter,
good.
homies.
Anyway.
It's all good. I love how everyone is just a first name and then Elijah's full name and title.
Yeah, they're
Hell
fucking
yeah.
pretentious like
Yeah, so back to the RP. Yeah,
Back
they
in the
were-
world.
I can't think
What
of
was
a
it?
reason why they'd be We've never talked.
Have you seen them before?
Oh yeah, numerous
Then-
times.
Then why wouldn't
Yeah, who are
they?
they?
As the audience of their speeches,
Good memory then.
I suppose. Maybe, or maybe. Would I have noticed? Would Sir Elijah have had like? I don't know if I would clock that. That's where I would recognize. They would have recognized from. No, actually, I don't think I put that together. Never mind.
Who are they? Like, I know that they're the big empire person, but like, you gotta give
um,
us kind of.
Well, basically, they're like the right-hand person of the king, or the emperor, and
We have.
well,
What is the right
So it's
hand
some
mean?
bougie fuck from the Empire.
it means that they do things like assisting to budgeting, and they do like a lot of bureaucratic things and the speaking, the public speaking, public relations, I suppose.
The Emperor doesn't do public.
Pardon?
Does the Emperor not do any public speaking?
Does the Emperor do any public?
Yeah, would
To my knowledge, not really.
yeah, most of the impression. I mean,
Lore-
if I am breaking the lore, correct me, but generally,
Kills 'em.
the emperor makes the big tick decisions of like the big important decisions, but most of the work and also the emperor's like direct line of
Yeah,
defense
that's what I thought.
is Elijah.
Yeah, so I'm just like,
Not
really?
perspective.
Even
Just quickly lore
the
perspective.
big decisions go through the council.
Yeah, the Emperor basically doesn't do very much due to just not giving a shit anymore, basically.
I mean,
Got
yeah,
it.
but I don't know that, so I'm just like,
Just
Oh,
lore-wise,
hold on.
the Emperor has
Nope.
not
Okay.
been seen in public for a long time.
Yeah.
yeah, so I'm just like,
The emperor holds the name, but Elijah does the actual work in that. In
yeah, so
most of what the emperor would do is what Elijah does.
yes, so
Yeah.
to
Yes.
answer Bruce's question, not really. No, he usually works by way through proxies. He's busy with a lot of. There's probably a lot of behind the scenes busy work that's keeping him occupied, but no, there's usually a person who, and for a couple of years now, it's been Sir Elijah, and
So they're very, very, very important.
yeah,
Like, second most person important in the entire fucking Empire.
yes, it's exactly.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Your camera just went great.
Yeah.
Yes, they are very important.
This is me too, Danielle. You remember when you said like empire fuck? Yeah, that's them. They are like the empire.
Oh damn.
Yeah.
Ugh.
The fucking Empire. and the most important fucking person in the
I
Empire just
love
pointed
conflict.
a fucking sword at me.
I love conflict so much.
It's Cinta saying that out. Is Cinta saying that out loud?
No.
Cool, because
I'm
Rune
just like,
would have kicked.
yeah, I don't want to fucking die, Zed. Of course Lintus isn't saying that out loud.
Oh god.
Hey, Synthesis, you alright? You're vibrating more than usual.
Y'all remember how I reacted when we first met Darcy, right? The
Honestly,
Empire.
not really. I'm sorry. It's been a very long month and a half.
They're from the... These are people from the Empire. The Empire, which fucking obliterated the place I'm from.
Maybe,
Yes.
Oh.
maybe best to not have this conversation where
it
there
does
are
not have
ears
this-
everywhere.
I'm trying to be quiet.
It's quiet.
Synthesis,
Okay, we're stage whisper.
Later.
Gotcha.
listen,
Yeah.
I'm just saying that person just clocked you. Let's not have this conversation right now. We're all thinking. Apart from
Yeah.
I don't know, people aren't. I'm thinking it.
Yeah, not a great sign.
See, I didn't know that was Laura, not Laura, Slintus's relations with the Empire.
Oops,
That
JPEG.
is... Oops.
Whoopsie.
Another
Whoopsie.
more drop. You're
Was
welcome.
that within the past 2 years? If that was within the past 2 years, then you can assume Elija was possibly directly responsible for it.
Well, we don't know
I think
that.
that was in Jesus.
No, it's that's a much older event.
Okay.
That was in
So
the previous world
I-
too, anyway.
I'm
Right.
just clearing my own guilt.
Yeah, no. If that's how long Elijah's been in power, then yeah, no, this happened way before then.
Yeah.
Oh, also,
Okay.
maybe for the people who have high passives, how old does Sir Elijah appear to be?
Elija appears remarkably young for the power that you're now aware they hold. Elija
Like
appeared
15.
like
Little baby.
old older. Elija,
No,
you would
they're
not say
15.
is older than 20. No older than 20.
So they're 15. Those are the
Okay,
only two
yeah,
ages.
no,
15 and
this
above 20.
happened. That means this would
They're
have been
19 years old.
before Elijah was born.
Okay.
For context.
God, you are so old. Okay.
We're all really
Yeah,
old,
no.
except for Darcy.
Yeah. Yeah. Elija would be the new youngest because Elijah's 19.
Little baby. Little baby, I say as a 19-year-old. Little baby.
Yeah.
That isn't that far off from what I said, gotta be honest.
Yeah.
They're the same
Elija
age.
is
Anyway.
also another injury. 2 more injuries you possibly would have marked. People with high passives. Their right ear, the ear on their right side, is significantly shorter and has been like cut completely, and that's a completely healed injury. Like their
You didn't tell
ear
me
is.
that when I was doing the art.
Yeah.
I know
What the
it's
fuck?
the other ear. It's the other. Wait,
Oh.
left ear,
No,
right ear.
that
I don't.
the one
Don't
in
worry
the
about it.
art,
Don't worry about it.
The one that shows in the art is the right ear.
The other ear. The
I'll
other
just
ear
flip the art.
is
It's fine. It's fine.
snapped.
Don't worry. Continue.
The other ear is
Often
marked
known as the left
the
ear.
left ear, often known in some circles. And one thing you can clock in the art is their right hand is completely missing the pinky down just past the knuckle.
Got it.
Fucked up.
Yeah.
We'll
And
just look at
Is
that
this Assassin's Creed? What is this?
what?
Don't worry about it. Oh, you young.
I was just saying.
Product
Oh
placement.
boy, we're gonna have a fun relationship.
Oh, truly.
God, let's just.
Yeah, we were doing something. I don't remember what it was.
Okay, so
Um,
yes.
Yes, Darcy was talking about.
Yeah, so I don't know. Is there anything else you want to know? I don't really know how much. What it's weird to me because it's like obviously it just sort of there's just a lot of things that are just make sense to me as like having grown up in the Empire and being. I guess I just don't really know which questions you guys need answered.
I mean, is that person going to be involved in any of our stuff? Because that might be a problem.
I
Oh, that
don't
might be a very good-
know.
Maybe
I don't
that's
know.
what we should find out then.
That's
How do
a
you
good idea.
how do you propose we go about that without
Darcy?
okay, yeah, fair enough, never mind.
Yeah. Clearly. Good luck, Darcy.
Unnecessary, but okay.
Oh, yes, absolutely.
It's probably at this point, since you guys have been talking for a few minutes, I would clock the guard that is in, like, Imperial uniform outside that one door.
Yes.
You know, I don't know how long it's been since she woke up, but realistically, you know, she should be aware that we're arriving today. She should be ready by now. Now that I've done signing off books, I'm going to walk down the hallway, and I'm just going to greet the guard, and I'm going to, what was the ambassador's name again? Would I be aware of her name?
Yes, probably. One moment, let me pull up her name.
Everybody's
We
been
don't
referring to her
remember,
as
it's
just
fine.
the ambassador.
Yeah.
Yes, literally.
Okay, everyone
Exactly.
forgets. I also forget it.
Camilla Verson.
Camilla Versan. Alrighty. And I think I just make a light tap. I knock twice, and I wait for a response.
And the door swings open. You see a perfectly put together Camilla Verson. Sarah Lagna, it is such a pleasure to see you.
Likewise with you, Ms. Versan. And I put my hand out to shake their hand. Yes.
Mm.
Well, as I recall, there have been negotiations regarding Drun Maran's ports and usage of them for the Empire. How have things been? I've
You
been on a
watch-
boat for the past week and a half. I need a bit of an update.
You see her go
How long have
kind
I
of
been on the boat?
white as a sheet. Yeah, you've been on the boat for about 2-ish weeks now.
Yeah, and then got clearance to teleport into the Quill.
Yeah.
And I ask her, how have the negotiations been going? Are we making progress?
Well, they are in continuation. We've seem to have hit a standstill on a few points, but other than that, the talks are still ongoing, and the relationship has not been tainted or severed. So I would say they are going quite well.
Well, you know, a start's a start. Can't begin without a beginning. I think. What terms have been discussed? If I'm blah 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 specifics, but like generally nothing's exactly happened, but it's not gone bad.
Generally, yes. So basically, she lets you know that in the discussion, the initial discussion, like she kind of laid out, like this is what we want, and this is will give you protection. Like if you give us supports and like the use of your resources. And Drun Maran flat out said no. So, but they were given another opportunity to come back in and talk about this again if they had a better deal. And if they could, and Drun Maran basically said, no, you can't use any of our resources. Like, we'll let you use some of the port, but we still need that for our trade. But the Empire initially wanted the full port. Full access, full control of the port, which Drun Maran was like, fuck no. So.
Well, Camilla, negotiations. It's a good idea to start big and then take what you can get. But the end goal here, and I'm going to like sort of like coerce and whisper and bring just into the room out of the earshot of the guards and anybody who might be listening in the tavern. The end goal here is to establish Maran in the Empire. Having two
am
ends to
aware.
make advances on rivals. Well,
Precisely.
a start to start. When are the next? Are you aware of when next negotiations are planned?
We are planning them for about 4 days from now.
That gives me time to meet with some people. I might be able to lend a bit of weight with other contacts.
We should meet with this. We should meet with this wonderful. She works for the Son and Sea Merchants Guild. Her name is Econ Arruil. She has been a wonderful contact to me. She was recommended to me by my associate Darcy. Have you met Darcy?
Darcy. I know that one. I'm aware.
She's a member of my personal guard.
Yes. Would I... Actually, there's something I'm going to type in DMs. Just...
Darcy, did you want to go? I don't know where they went. You should. Do you think the ambassador would be able to tell us that?
That was what?
If they're going to have anything to, or give us a hint whether or not they're going to have anything to do with.
I mean, I'm assuming
we're
they're
doing.
here for the negotiations. I'm not sure what you're referring to.
You said less than 2 minutes ago.
Oh.
Yeah,
my
we were
God.
gonna see if.
No, I meant that as in like Darcy can figure out what this person is going to really do here, and that way we're going to find out if that involves what we're doing with Ethan and that stuff. We're not going to tell the ambassador anything.
No, I meant like do it casual, like super like low key. I'll go in and be like, yeah, they're gonna have anything to do with the vampire dude. I say very quietly.
Look,
Rune's just gonna sweep everyone towards his room. Rune's just like, let's not.
this just Darcy. Here's the thing, right?
Yeah.
You're an excellent listener. Just focus on the listening.
Listening, okay. What about it?
And if you do anything that tells them anything about what we've been doing, I will cut off one of your toes.
Rune's just gonna shove everyone more aggressively in the direction of his room.
It's incredibly unnecessary.
That was a joke. That was a joke.
Okay.
It did not sound like a joke. That's just
It was a joke.
That was a joke.
Seems
My sarcasm is too
like
powerful
it's fucking
sometimes. I'm so
testing
sorry.
me.
Yeah, you just use
Well.
the same expression.
Yes, that's how powerful my sarcasm is. Point is, just to focus on the listening is as soon as you feel like you're about to tell something about any of us, just tell them a fact about something you like.
having this conversation. Can we just go to the room?
We are in the room.
Going.
Ruben's
back
just
to your
close looking us, even though we've already closed the door.
Yeah. You guys are now just crawling into the closet.
To the bed.
Yeah.
Rune's just shoving everyone further and further.
That's the window. I don't think that's helping.
Not everyone wants to be in the closet with you, Rune.
What?
I'm going to say to Camilla that, keep them in mind. I might pay them a visit soon, but I've got a bit more of an urgent matter. Would you happen to know where Mr. Rylite lives?
Mr. Why would you?
Oh, you completely cut out.
Oh shit! Sorry. Rylite.
Yes.
Why would you be meeting with Mr. Rylite.
I have business, Camilla.
Apologies for my overstepping. I believe that he frequents the Quail Hall.
Righto. I think I might gather some things and head there soon.
Thank you for stopping by. Chat with me.
Oh, I can't. It's cutting out.
Oh, God damn it!
I'll get.
Just thank you for getting here so quickly and.
It happened again.
It's just. I'm sorry. It's
Deep
not. I
breath.
can't
So
hear it.
sad.
Is your noise canceling off?
Yeah, it's off.
Input sensitivity,
Alright,
put it
round three,
lower.
round three.
Is it that you have a fan?
No, I don't have a fan or anything.
Also, Alex, what did you say?
Sorry, my keyboard was acting all weird and I clicked the wrong buttons. What I was saying is, I say this as if I'm not also very surprised.
Oh, indeed.
Alrighty.
Text.
Yeah.
You know what? Fuck it. You're out of her room now. She's
Yeah. So
topic.
what is she? What is the impression I clock from her about what she thinks about Mr. Rylite?
You seem to clock that she has some suspicion about him. That she seems to be just like she's been looking into him or something. Like she's been trying to look for him, looking out for him.
Alrighty. Well, I think as I'm walking, I give a relatively stern look to Camilla as I walk out, and then I just give her a hail and walk down the hallway back to.
Got it.
And, would I have heard or be aware that everybody shuffled into the same room?
You probably just heard a.
Yeah.
That's a bunch of panic whispering.
Like,
Yeah.
sort of whispering and just like.
Actually, as I walk
Like-
out, can I see that Drun Maran guard that I hailed earlier to look at Slintus?
You see them kind of standing up 2 steps of stairs.
Yep.
And standing near a door.
I just sort of cluck them, and then I do a head tilt towards my room as I walk past, trying to imply.
They're
"Hey."
actually down. You have to like go down the stairs to look
Oh.
at them because you are on the upper floor.
Oh, I thought they
on-
were.
No, they're on the
Okay.
lower floor. You're on the upper floor.
I
You're on
just
the
yeah,
fancy
go down. I tap them on the shoulder, and I just, 2 fingers, follow me. No words.
They nod and quickly follow behind you.
Yep. As I get into my room, I close it and I lock it, and I ask, "What have you heard anything?
Unfortunately,
Does
no.
anything seem suspicious?"
They do seem mighty suspicious, but I mean, they were all just shuffling and pushing each other into a room. The doors are quite thick, and I could not hear anything through them.
It's all right. Thank you for your service. And I unlock the door and
They leave.
I'm going to do a proper full investigative sweep around my room and try to see if there's any form of communications or anything that possibly have been left for me.
Absolutely. Go ahead and make an investigation check.
Investigation? That is a 26 total.
26. You do a clean sweep of your room and kind of wedged in a part of the desk, you pull out this little card. It says launch Vim.
I hate
And then
him.
on the back it has an address.
Righto. I take that letter and what do I do with it? I'm going to take that letter. I'm going to just gently fold it into. It's just like a small like card almost. I just
Yeah, it's just like a little business
Yeah.
card kind of thing.
I just fold it in half and fold it in half again, and I put it just in the cuff of where my glove tightens around my hand, and just make sure it's always in the
Absolutely.
palm.
Perfect.
And I head out.
Were you
I don't
guys
head out yet.
going
I
to-
first get myself ready. I've only just arrived.
Yes.
Make sure my hair is all clean. I'm getting myself ready for the next few minutes at least.
Perfect. Okay. And you guys were talking to Darcy about going to talk to Sarah Elijah?
Rune was just asking, Darcy, what do the Empire want to do, Maran?
Oh, they want access to the ports for the training.
Oh, is this something you're asking?
No. This is conversation.
No, this is, you are not here. Get out of here.
Yeah,
Shit, bye.
sure.
Yeah, no.
Unless you're gonna hear through
Sometimes
like
we just
5
have
walls,
Really,
probably.
really long pauses in our conversation. Please get used to
Yes.
it.
Gotcha.
Welcome to hell.
Hell,
Continue.
don't you mean Saturday night gaming?
I
Okay, go on.
mean,
Hey.
Clea does control the ports.
And she's in with them.
What do the Empire want with the ports?
Well, I'm assuming they wanted for trading. It's the impression that I got is that they're looking to expand business.
Business.
Yeah, business.
That's all.
I mean,
Okay, but
Yeah.
if I'm trying to expand my business, the way I do that is not by taking over the ports of another nation.
That sounds more like
No.
taking it.
I'm not a
That's
business.
not a
they-
business move.
Do they want to take over the ports, or do they just want access to trade from them?
Well, I think if I remember correctly, it was the first step was gaining access to them, but they did want to have more. I'm not sure. There was something about it being the first step.
This
This is not something.
we can afford not to get involved.
No, we can't. It sucks, but we can't.
Are you saying we can get involved, or we can't not get involved?
Yep.
I have
Darcy.
no idea which one you're agreeing with.
Both. It's called having a gray balance between, wanting to do something but knowing you shouldn't, but also you want to.
I mean,
So
the Empire is something. The person who basically sounds like does most of the running of it. Sounds like they actually sort of. I mean, if you think about it, if they've got.
Is this a show
Because
of
if they get Drun
force?
Maran, that's.
Like bringing in this person?
Did this person show up by boat? Because
And Vim mentioned someone coming in the boat. Was it this?
Yeah.
We don't know.
because
do we?
because my brother was on a boat, and
Yeah, I was gonna say the two
the
people.
And-
said that.
the guard who's over by the ambassador is the one who originally threatened me about my brother. That's the same guy.
He threatened you.
DM, quick question.
He shouldn't have fucking known that.
Slintus is a
Yes.
Is their brother also a hobgoblin?
Yes.
Would I
Yes.
have seen a hobgoblin and clocked that there is 2 hobgoblins? Would I have been able? Is that a connection I might have made? That there's something.
There are
Aboard the
hobgoblins
ship,
around.
yeah, there are hobgoblins around. It's not like an uncommon thing.
Okay.
So, and also, I don't know how much time you spent down in like the prison cells of the ship.
Oh,
They
certainly.
have prison cells on
very
their
little.
ship.
Yeah, so I don't
this
know
is
if you would have even seen them.
Okay.
Righto.
Okay, Darcy, you were saying something?
Well, I was checking in to see what the plan is now, because it seems like I was going to do something and now I'm not going to do something because there's new information, and now I'm like, wait, what is it that I'm supposed to do?
You're in a very
Mm,
terrible
well,
position and you might get fired if you.
Yeah, all I'm currently thinking about is if I wanted to invade the plains, I would go with Drun Maran as a starting point.
And I have a question. If the thing is, isn't Vim already like kind of controlling the ports because of his access
Pretty
to
much.
Clea?
He's something about lying in the dossier, or the numbers weren't adding up. Something.
Yeah,
I
there
don't
was
remember
money going
exactly.
to a ship, right? Wait.
No, that's what I'm saying is like
Do we think it could be beneficial to get Darcy on this person's detail to try and keep an eye on them?
yes.
Or would that be too
I
risky?
mean,
Do we not
I
want?
also want to say, Dusty, I know how I feel about the Empire. I can guess how Synthesis feels about the Empire. I don't know how you feel about the Empire, and I don't want to force you into something you don't want to do by leveraging the shaky
No,
bonds of friendship.
I'm fine.
You're fine with the Empire, or you're fine with
No, I
doing
mean,
all
like,
of
I'm
this?
fine doing this. I'm not.
So you're fine with possibly
Being a
betraying
traitor?
the Empire? I think is where that question was heading.
Being. Sorry, what?
You're gonna
Why would I?
spy.
I thought I was just. I thought the plan was to get me on his security detail.
Yes, to figure
To
out
spy on them.
if this is the person that Vim was talking about, because we don't know it. We definitely don't. It's all
But
guess.
also, I think
Should
it's
I?
probably,
Should
it's
I
probably going to be very
try and
suspicious for a random guard to just try and get on your detail
But
when you're
also,
about to go
Ethan
meet
told
a
us
very...
to stay low, and that is a problem
Yeah,
too.
that's also what I'm thinking.
Yeah, that's.
But we never do that anyway.
Okay,
Sure.
yeah,
You'd
but
just be doing your
here's
job.
the thing.
What we could do instead is save your brother in the meantime.
Counterpoint, what if I just
No,
talk to
as
them?
it is.
My brother and
Possibly.
I, who were part of an organization specifically designed to fight the Empire.
I don't like the Empire.
Wait,
They
what?
say my home is part of the Empire. My home has nothing to do with the Empire.
I mean, I'm not even. Nope, no
They
empires.
claimed our entire. Oh,
So
we
just
lost them.
Yeah.
They claimed the entire desert.
They couldn't even have tried to take my home if they wanted to. It's protected.
Wait, where is?
There's so much happening right.
Well, it was. I don't know.
I mean, look. This.
Yeah. Do you know where you're from in this part?
No, the other one was. It was
I know.
protected. No
Yeah.
one could get in there. It's true. Like,
Oh, that's true about the old world, yes.
Yeah, Maiyr has no idea where our hometown is in this world.
I'm just saying, if I want to invade the Sussex Plains, you can't really. So if you kind of imagine, I know that you guys don't know, but there's kind of the continent's kind of, and the Empire's on one half, and the rest of us are on the other. And there is like, this is not something like I know them, but I know of them because there's mountains, and the mountains are very well defended. They've been entrenched in there for like 8. So I would go to Drun Maran because
For
Drun
the
Maran is
ports.
not so well defended, and they've got the ports and they've got the sea access,
So why
and
not
the
just-
Empire was
why not-
founded on the coast.
But why not just invade the coast then? With boats.
This is the coast, isn't it?
I
Darcy, yes. I apologize. Yeah.
feel like we're just kind of repeating the same thing over and over again.
No, we're talking about war strategy now. It's very different.
Yes, and it's not necessary right now because we're not at war. And
Not
also,
yet. Not yet.
nobody-
Technically, I am.
That's not what they. No, that's not what the Empire is doing.
The Empire did to the entirety of half the continent.
Where do you think it became so big? Do you think it just showed up like that? I mean,
There's like unions and stuff where like rented apartments started in school.
Darcy, I'm literally homeless because of the Empire. Because of their conquests.
My father
Why does
literally
that sound
had
so
to flee.
familiar?
I think we need to figure out what we're doing first. Are we gonna split up
Yeah.
and one party takes care of, since this is brother, might as well rescue him right
So
away?
should I not talk? Here's the thing.
You don't
I
need to
can
talk to him. You just need to pay attention
Who?
to them.
Them. Yeah.
Sorry.
Because here's the thing. I can make friends perfectly fine. I can do that. I'm not going to do the whole you spying on thing. That's not me.
You don't want to do it, I'll do it.
Darcy,
I can follow people just fine.
how do you feel about the idea of the Empire taking over Drun Maran?
I have no idea what you're very muffled.
How would you feel if the Empire took over Maran?
What do you mean took over?
Like it's theirs now.
If we woke up one morning and Drun Maran was under Imperial rule?
Like they joined together?
I'm not sure it would be voluntary.
Well, maybe the
Darcy.
powers that be joined. But everyone on the ground floor, everyone who lives here, they're just part of the Empire now. They don't get a say.
Why?
Just imagine that scenario, Darcy.
Because
That would be weird.
Is it fair?
look, maybe the Chenlai decide to give over to the Empire to prevent invasion, but they don't ask Tim and Sir who they don't ask Buttons McGinty, they just save their own skin.
What does it mean for the people?
It means they didn't have a choice. They now have to obey the Empire's laws, follow their culture,
Follow, worship their god.
possibly have to leave because, or worse, killed for dissenting.
Yeah.
And Drun Maran,
Again. I
Drun
joined.
Maran is of all the Sasa Plains, Drun Maran is the least, by reputation, the least proud. The others won't give in easily. Be dragged into a war.
Splinters?
I mean, like, I'm not going to have a choice. If they take over this place, I'm gone. Like, I have to leave. The last time the place I lived was taken over, I joined an organization fighting the Empire. And
Now
they have my brother. They know
Darcy,
who I
roll.
am.
Should I just
Which
swear?
means I'm fucking dead.
You're not dead.
If the Empire...
They won't.
Darcy, can I have you roll wild magic for me?
You sure can,
Emotional anguish.
It's a 1 through 3 right now, right? Or is
Yeah.
it 1, 2, 3, 4,
No,
5?
it's 5 now because you
5.
had to save.
Come on! 20.
Damn it!
Right.
Okay.
Oh, God.
The thing,
You're up
the
to
thing
7
is,
though.
anyone who's been living here their whole life, anyone born here, who might have like even slightly less than ideal opinions about the Empire. If the Empire takes over, they've lived there all their life, they're either gonna have to leave, lie their whole lives, or die. I'm pretty sure those are the 3 options. Yeah, you get him, Mario.
Fucking kill him.
I fucked up though. It just like flew right by. Fuck, man.
Nat 20 on the spell.
I think we need to figure out what we're doing because we have very limited time. That
Yeah.
person looks like they move fast wherever they go.
Yeah, I just want to know, because Lauren agreed that they were looking at me.
Yep. Which is why it would be the easiest way
Yep.
in.
Yeah, and I do want to know why they were looking at me.
Probably because they know you. You already said why.
I mean, but it does make sense. Do you think someone like that would just remember someone like me from just audience? It doesn't.
Yes.
You
Why?
are
They
pretty
literally.
exceptional, Darcy.
They also really. They found splinters. Which is not
Yeah.
a common thing to do. So I think they just have excellent eyes. That's it.
These things that other people don't.
They're like
Can
a solutions manual to Where's Wally.
Yes.
Thank you.
Who's Wally?
Kendra, Rune,
It's Waldo.
Rune is gonna remember
it's
that he
Waldo.
never unsummoned Mimi, so he's gonna summon her to him.
You summon Mimi back, and you see her like she kind of shakes a little bit, like she couldn't find her way back to the tavern throughout the night.
You're a celestial being. Wow. Okay, it's okay. Just hi. Yeah, I'm sorry. You haven't really been out much. I need another favor. I'm gonna bump you back outside. I need you to find the one we were looking at the other night, the one we were watching.
You hear the heaviest little rat sigh.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Forgive me.
Do you set her down and let her go?
I'm just gonna I'm grooming her with my fingers, just sort of trying to warm her up.
You see she like gets less tense as you get some of like the tangles and some of the like grass and dirt out of her hair or her fur. And she like kind of relents.
Sorry. The last thing, I promise. And then I'll get you out of this stupid form.
She gives you a nod.
And once you sort of settle into it, I will bump her back outside with instructions to find Vim, follow him sneakily.
Okay. Mimi.
And
Run
if you just act like the rat.
Act like a rat. Got it.
Okay, so Mimi's gonna follow.
There's zero guarantee she finds him, but she might.
If that boat doesn't have a lot of people, could probably sneak in, get into his brother, and get out.
Last night when I was sitting in silence with my brain switched off, my brain's not switched off, I just don't move. I think I figured out a couple of new spells that might be helpful. I think this one. So it's like Mimi, but instead of you are you and also a fox or rat, it is you are you, but also an illusion of you, and you are invisible.
So you're just invisible?
So you're invisible as an illusion of you.
This confuses me. It just sounds like illusion.
So I can.
It just sounds like invisibility.
If I'm standing here, if I cast a spell, then you still see me standing here. Then invisible me can run around, and I can also control the me that's standing.
Oh, you have a double. See, that would have helped, because...
Yeah. I said there's an illusion of you. It's like you make a double and then you run around and you're like, oh, I'm invisible. You can't see me.
No, you said there's an invisible,
I'm so cool.
And then there's also an illusion. I assume the illusion was the invisibility. Because it is an an illusion.
Rune, can you cast that on
okay, I see how
somebody
it's
else? Like, could we cast that on Slintus's brother and have him still appear to be there?
I think it's just the.
Can you speed teach it to Slintus's brother? Slintus is your
Is
brother a
he
spellcaster?
a powerful wizard
Not the
capable
kind
of
of
casting?
spellcaster you're looking for.
Is he a very powerful
Do
wizard?
rangers count?
Very ominous,
Nope.
thank you.
Okay, guys. Track. Stay on the track.
Never.
Okay, we need to decide how much we're
Yes,
willing to risk stepping out from what we've
yeah.
told us. Slintus's brother
Can we, like,
probably.
talk out of character, just be like the information we have, because everything's getting very jumbled?
What?
That's
What is it that we
yeah.
want to do?
There's two things. Get to his brother, figure out what the fuck, you know. I was gonna call him Melvis.
Melvis.
What?
Why
Melvis
is
is a
it
new
called
intro.
Melvis?
Are you okay?
Melvis is their father.
Melvis.
You call him Slintus.
Please,
Mel-
Melvis is
Melvis-
my father. Call me Elijah.
My
Sir
question
Elijah.
is, do we actually know that since his brother in the boat, or are we extrapolating?
No,
Because
but
obviously
that's
we
what
know on a
We're
meta level.
extrapolating.
That's why I have scry. That's what I wanted to
Yeah,
scry
yeah,
before.
Yeah. Just
Okay,
because we're being a little bit meta based on what Seb said, which we don't actually know in character, because we keep being like, let's do boat types. We don't know that the brother's on the boat.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's what
Maiyr
we
is just
gotta
fully
try.
assuming
We-
this.
Yeah, the Slintus thinks that, but
Based on
they
the
don't
information
know.
you have, I arrived at Quill.
So number one,
Like-
scry on
Yeah,
the brother.
Mm-hmm.
Possibly Darcy talk to dude, just general vibe
Melvis.
check. Sure.
Melvis, Slintus, Sir Elijah, Bockers the Third.
Yes.
Exactly that. And what else? Those were the two things. And if
You also
his
said
brother
Mimi to
is
scry
in boat,
Vim.
then we do something about that.
Yeah, Mimi's off doing whatever the fuck with Vim. Was it
Sorry
Vim?
about that.
Zed? I don't remember if that's who you would.
Yeah, Mimi's looking for them.
Okay.
Probably at his house.
Most likely.
Okay, so scrying.
Scrying, plan making, spying,
Okay, scrying.
escaping.
Done.
You're scrying?
Yes.
Okay. Because you had sent a message telling Clade not to
Resist.
you feel your consciousness go up over Drun Maran and push over the sea a little more. And not just a little more, further out. And
Superman.
you suddenly are brought into the bottom of a ship.
In the middle of the sea.
Not in the middle of the sea, but very far out at sea from where Drun Maran is. Pretty far out, at least. You were brought into the bottom of this ship in a little cell. And you see, kind of huddled in the corner, the same person that Slintus had described.
What else do I see?
Kind of. You see Clade kind of trying to look through this porthole, a very clearly bolted shut and everything, but just trying to look through, trying to see anything about their surroundings, before kind of exasperatedly sitting back down because can't see anything. And then kind of picking up a little rock and just banging it on the ground a few times.
Does anything happen after?
You wait a moment, and you hear from a few cells over more rock banging at the same rhythm. And then you watch Clade kind of tap back. And that's all you see.
Huh. Okay, so 2 things. Your brother is hitting a rock on the ship, and someone else is also hitting the ship with rocks, I think. It's probably code. Secondly, very far off into the ocean, so not the same ship. So we can
Well, we
focus
know
on
that at least.
we can focus on
Did they not?
that guy.
Was one of us present when they said that they had teleported? Or were they in the room with just the ambassador then,
I
Kendra?
think they were in the room with just the ambassador at that
Yeah.
point.
Alright, so we
Yeah,
wouldn't know that
but-
they literally could have just teleported
But they
from
did
that
say
ship.
that
But we
they had just gotten in at the quill. They didn't say anything about coming in from the dock. They
Yeah, that
Yeah.
was weird.
Yeah.
We just assumed
The
they were-
information you have is that I arrived at Quill. Like,
Yeah.
we're
Like
just
signing in or
assuming
something.
shit. Anyway.
yes.
all of our plans,
Yes.
we assume shit. Remember the
And this is why we
Everything we-
have scrying kits.
Yep.
Now we can focus on following the blonde person.
Follow the
Mhm.
blonde person.
I think it's pretty obvious that I'm not going to be on that duty.
I mean, I'm pretty sure.
Well, I mean, sorry, Hugo.
I'd go in as a fly, but even flies have their limits.
Yeah, I'm just gonna.
That
Realize
person
what-
was super persuasive.
I'm not sure if deception is the best way to go around collecting information on them.
Again, we're gonna have to
Deception is-
request Darcy for that, and Darcy doesn't seem
Yeah,
very.
Sorry, what?
You're taking a lot of information in. So just
Yep.
doing things right after that doesn't seem very good.
Oh, right. Okay.
Unless you want to. But again, it would be to spy.
I can be
Can you be a sponge, Darcy?
a sponge.
Just a
Sure, I
sponge.
can. Yeah, I can listen to people.
And then regurgitate to us.
I mean, is that still spying?
Yes, but if you call it sponge, it feels much less serious.
actually, in the
Hmm.
Empire, sponging is higher treason than spying. It's weird.
Yeah.
Shut.
Yeah, but
Sponging in
that's
the
real
Empire
stuff
carries
in
a
the
30-year sentence.
Yeah,
Mm, sure, why
that's
not?
why all the bartenders are rags.
Or do I? Again, it's not spying, it's just making friends.
Exactly.
The attitude.
I will make friend.
Tell us all about your friend when you make friend.
Huh?
Tell us all about
What?
friendship.
Yeah.
We hear about your
Friendship.
friend when you friend.
Let get.
Hoping they allow you in, though. But that's a good thing to talk to the ambassador about. Then he'll know.
Yeah. I will get out of the room.
Okay. And where are you going?
I think I'm gonna see. I don't know like what the timeline is. If this is like at the point, I'm hoping that like I'll accidentally walk out of the room at the same time that Sir Elijah is going somewhere as well. But
Oh, that
I
is
don't
exactly what I am planning.
Yes.
Elijah's
So-
still getting ready.
So Elijah, you were probably just finished getting ready.
Yep. Polishing the gold some of the gold accents on my coat. Oh, Mari?
Mm-hmm.
Do we wait a sec?
I don't know what she's doing.
I don't know. She looked at her phone, very panicked, and then ran to the window. Car on fire, maybe?
Good?
Welcome
Are
back,
you
Mari.
good? Don't act casual. What is
Don't act casual.
The
How
phone
dare you?
said in 30 seconds it was gonna shut off, so I panicked and ran to my charger.
Okay.
Got it.
As
I see.
Fair
Lorwyn ran to her charge, and Elijah finishes polishing one of the accents on their jacket. Would I have like a bag of holding or something? Because I do have a good amount of stuff, but just like
2 bags
I
of
would
holding.
say
do I?
I would say you have at least like a handy haversack on you.
Yeah. Something like that. Obviously, it's not a regular handy haversack. It's made of a
Obviously.
tan, like a sort of tanned leather with surprise to fucking no one, gold and blue accents
Oh.
as they walk out.
Yes. So Darcy, you were just heading towards this area and suddenly they're right in front of you.
Well, by the by,
Hello.
fancy meeting you here. I'm going to attempt to use panache on Darcy. You need to make an insight check, tested by my persuasion.
An insight check? Sure.
Yep.
But
That's not terrible. Math. Hang on. 15.
15. Do you have like 50 points of inspiration? I rolled a 28. So you are charmed by me next minute.
Yeesh.
Cool beans.
Okay.
What does that mean?
Super casual.
It means that you just see me as a complete friend, and you wouldn't do things that would just be
That's
directly.
what I was planning on anyway. Cool.
Sort of, yeah.
I assume it doesn't make me just because okay, yeah, cool.
Yeah. But you're also a bit more inclined to give me information.
Right.
Yeah.
Hi. So
Good.
fancy meeting me here. How do you recognize me? I'm sorry, that's kind of forward, but
Oh, it's all okay. I know you're part of the you're. God damn it! I need the name again. You're part of.
Espic Blades.
You're part of the Eswick Blades.
oh my god, I haven't done that in. It's been a hot while. Gonna be honest, completely forgot about that for a bit there. Right, that must have been what, like, year and a half, 2 years ago. Last I ever did any performances.
That sounds
Been
about
extended.
right. Yeah.
Yeah, you saw the game where God, what was it? They brought in a bear or something.
It was a riveting performance. Truly.
It was certainly something.
Yes.
I'm just glad.
By all
nobody
means,
got hurt.
walk and talk as I sort of just like try to
Pardon?
continue to walk towards my destination. Like walk and talk. Let's.
Yes, of course, sure. Whereabouts you headed?
Oh, I'm meeting with a friend for some lunch, but I'm going to. I have another stop to make on the way. But I wanted to ask. That is a interesting crew you've landed yourself with.
Interesting would be that they're very nice.
It's
It's
such a shame that the new PC is just gonna die within a week.
they're very
You've been
lovely.
joking about killing us, but it's our turn.
Oh,
The reverse Uno card.
truly, truly.
So yes. No, but they're lovely. It's they've been very nice in terms of because my what is it called? Contract is coming up on finishing, so I've been sort of looking into other things to do once the contract runs out and been making new friends. It's been really fun and also terrifying, but that's how friendship is sometimes.
Yes. How have you been finding yourself on? I mean, you're of the Empire, yes?
Yes.
How have you been finding, you know, the sea salt in the air and
Well, I've
odd
got to say,
architecture of this place?
I'm still not quite used to the whole things going dark all of the time kind of thing. It's kind of annoying. Like, I can't really see what's going on, and it's just, why would you do this? And
Arrival was
I respect it. I just don't understand it.
truly, it caters to its own population.
Yeah.
It was jarring, especially from, well, the Empire.
Yeah.
God. Oh, goodness. I need to get going, but, might you just tell, that hobgoblin friend of yours to just be careful? Just,
I think you guys might have gotten off on the wrong foot. They're just kind of shy. Just kind of.
that's
Like,
okay.
yeah, I feel like
It's still hard to
taking
get used
Sora-
to the
like-
status. Status intimidates, and it's hard to get used to, but I would love to meet with them again
Certainly.
sometime. Maybe get off on a better foot.
Might I remind you that this is not the Empire, and people are not. Even though your entire demeanor obviously has a lot of poise and status, people aren't going to immediately recognize you.
Oh, I assume not, but it was just a interesting experience to see somebody try to slink around behind my back the moment I walk into the first tavern.
That's fair. That's fair. I can't imagine it happening in the Empire a lot, or at all. Really.
No. I mean, I don't stay in a tavern Empire.
That's fair.
But yes, again, truly wonderful to meet you. I must get going.
Of course, I won't
Bye-bye.
keep you any longer. Where at this point, like, where are we?
You guys have probably just walked outside of the tavern and like
Probably just down the road.
just down the road a little bit.
Cool. Yeah, so I'm assuming that's like a signal for me to like no longer to like veer off or whatever.
Follow, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, I will leave you to your business. Hopefully you have a good lunch. I've heard that
Well-
there's a couple of really good places out here. Haven't really had the time to try them out myself, but
Yep. Well, I'll be here for at least a little bit. Maybe I'll have a look around. Good day to you, and I begin to walk off.
you too.
And then it would be about a minute later, and then just suddenly no longer charmed. But also doesn't
That's
say
just
like
how
you would.
Darcy is. Like,
yeah,
you might have. I mean, Elijah doesn't know that. That's just how
Oh, yeah.
Darcy is.
Wonderful.
Love her.
But like,
I love Darcy.
I
She's
guess
great.
like when the charm like veers off, it's like because I did also have like the conversations with like Laurwin
About how
and
you were going to try to get like a job and try to like, get information out of me, but
Did we end up agree? I don't even remember if we did that in the end. I don't think we did. Alright.
Okay.
When
And
people don't talk, it just becomes a thing.
Cora, what did you say? I didn't hear you.
I was just saying I was just we actually agreed on that.
You're very quiet.
Am I?
Yep.
Sorry.
I'm going to look for that address I read on the little card.
Absolutely. You read the address, easy enough to find. Probably not more than 2 blocks away from where
Yep.
the tavern is. You come across this beautiful, like, little bistro, like stonework around the lower edge, wood paneling, beautiful little place. And standing outside is a tall man with spiky silver hair and a black button down with like red leatherish pants.
Oh, our styles contrast so bad.
Mhm. And next to him, a blue tiefling holding an umbrella, and the man immediately bows. Elijah, dear, it's a pleasure and an honor to finally meet in person.
And generally just a typical, somewhat happy, cheerful grin turns to a grim stare as I look to him and I say, "That's Sir Elijah to you."
Apologies, of course.
And I put my hand out for a handshake. What was it? Mr. Raylight? Mr. Raylight?
Yes. But you can call me Vim, Vimawas, whatever you like.
Ah. Alright. I believe you have a superior I was supposed to be.
Unfortunately, Leslana has been called away for business elsewhere, so I am unfortunately the only one here.
Oh, well. We'll do with what we got. If I recall correctly, you control weapons production, largely.
Not just weapons, experimental weapons, but we can talk more about that inside. Come along. We have much to discuss.
And I follow him inside.
As you two walk inside, that is where we will end the session.
Kendrick, just before we turn off,
Did Mimi ever
just
found Finn?
very quick question.
Mimi did find them, yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, because I would have been checking in with Mimi as she found them.
Okay. Yes.
Also,
would-
me following.
She is like she's a rat and she's acting like a rat. She's just like trying to be. It's hard. You can't tell. She's a very plain rat. She just looks like a brown rat. There's rats here.
Yeah, there's rats here.
Did Darcy know she was charmed at the end of it?
Yeah, isn't
no.
it enough?
I believe
That's
so.
not what Panache charm effects that let you
okay.
know say they let you know, and Panache does not.
I hate
Okay,
Panache.
yeah, that's what I was
I hate
Alright.
Panache. Bro, there's
Alrighty.
this fucking
Would you say
Say
you hate
goodbye,
it?
everybody.
Bye!
Later.
Bye.
Bye.